The seals have been broken, and the devils are here. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Concerto on Nocturne. And I'd like to thank my signing assistants that I'm currently receiving.
I talk about.
How's everybody doing out there? We are looking forward to having some fun vampiric nonsense happening tonight. And we're all ready to go. And
I just gave you all a head pat. Say thank you.
That's all.
There you go. It's fine.
Thank you.
But first,
Thank you.
we're going to go ahead, do some announcements, some shout-outs, then we're going to get into the show. But I have prattled on far too long. Let's get into our next episode of Concerto on Nocturne. Tonight's episode 22, entitled "The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste." Wearing the epitome of flouncy style, romantigoth style would be your touchstone there, with slicked back hair, a bronzed stone-like skin. As he looked up and said, "What brings you to my well?" And that's where we pick back up. The club is droning on and is now playing a subtle remix of some Cure, currently going on right now. The booth is surrounded by hangers-on, people that you can tell are not... They're not making any moves, but you can tell that they want to, or that they are hoping that a move is made in their presence. The type of person that is there for the drama. Sitting in front of you, in his ostentatious attire, I believe it was a deep purple jacket with ruffled cuffs sticking out.
Is it like that sequin and velvet simultaneous fabric?
Almost. You're not sure if there's patches on the back of that. But you can tell that this individual is, well, from what they had been introduced, ministry. Previously known as the Followers of Set. But their expanding culture had gone beyond that small group, and now they are collectively referred to as the Ministry. He sits back and awaits your answer to his question.
There's a pause. As I size him up.
By the way, if you want to know anything about him, wanted to see if you want to size him up, use some insight.
Ooh.
If you would like to make a let's see here, wits insight test.
Sorry, robots are calling me. I would love to silence my telephone, which I clearly didn't do. My apologies, as I say through gritted fucking teeth.
It's okay. It's okay. We're just professional here.
Shush.
Pretty delightful.
Fucking phone. Apologies. That was wits and what now?
Wits insight. There is difficulty
Insight.
to this, so don't roll it yet.
Doesn't matter.
Oh. It is a -3
Oh.
difficulty.
Pull those away.
Is this the same person who was at the Giovanni meeting where Bit sat next to the representative from the ministry?
You know what? Yeah. They're sort of familiar. You didn't have much time with them, though, so...
Yeah, no.
That's a D8. Get that out of here. Would a, professionals, would a specialty in empathy apply here?
No, this isn't really emotions. This is more,
Yeah.
This is more like, his demeanor.
Apparently he is a wall to me. I got a goose egg.
Goose egg? Charlie got 1.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I rolled 1 dice!
the mitt! It's working!
It's real! It's real!
Proved! Science! Bam!
The power is real! We have a data point.
Well, you know, no glove, no love. There you go. Charlie picks up a vibe. Something a little beneath the surface. There's definitely a veneer of confidence, something that Kindred are very used to. The I'm a badass vibe that every Kindred seems like to have downloaded and have up at all times. Just beneath that surface, there's this feeling. He has a couple of nervous motions. He taps the table with his finger here and there. He drums his fingertips across the table. He fidgets with his hair at the side of his ear, pulling it back. He seems rather composed, but he hasn't stopped moving since you showed up. At least that's what Charlie gets. So, as you are.
Would you like to do anything with that before I open my big fat mouth?
Well, Charlie sees it. She might, like, try to get Liz's attention by, like, pulling slightly on, like, clothes or something. Just like, hey, big sister! Just
Liz is just sitting here thinking, this shirt costs $400. What do you want?
Are you in my head?
Oh, God. I have to test to get into your head. It's not automatic.
It is free, though.
It's free.
For a willing subject, it is free.
I don't make. Oh, I don't make eye contact so much as I just kind of very slightly glance in your direction, as I'm like scratching the side of my chin before going back to looking at our subject. And in that moment, I will make an attempt to brain link you.
So this power happens at the speed of thought. So in that moment of glancing to one side, let's see what happens.
All right. Did I not? Oh, did I not write down? Because it's intelligence, and then aspects, and then something else.
I'll get that for you in a second.
Don't have the skill in front of me because I wrote down a skill that is not in this version of Vampire, like a big old fool silly Billy. Just a big old.
Hold on, I'm getting it for you.
Just a.
Do me a favor,
Just a
write
silly
down the
little-
page number for the for Auspex.
Oh wait, I have that. I have.
Ah.
It's VTR 122.
Boom. This is helpful. Intelligence Auspex plus. I need to reference the current sheet we have because it talks about a skill that isn't in. Because we're using some
Sure.
cross editions rules here.
The hybrids.
Uh,
Fusions of the good to take badness to the night. A collection of
Persuasion.
all that is.
We'll throw that. We'll. No. Wait. We used insight. I think we used insight.
Okay, all right, intelligence, insight, auspex. Beautiful, delightful.
Minus the resolve of your target.
Right. So.
What's Charlie's resolve?
2.
Easy enough. That still gives me 8 dice.
Charlie's also doing this, going like.
You'd make a wonderful spy, dearie.
Oh.
The fun part is that she was a mole for the first part of the series.
You know, that's true, actually.
And it worked really well!
That is a completely fair point.
She is
1,
a
2, 3,
successful spy.
4 successes.
Share your
As
thoughts.
I sit there and as I sit down, I just take a moment and get that tug on my shirt, and it's just like sipping drink. Yes.
He looks really nervous for some reason. Really fidgety.
So he does. Thank you, my dear.
Welcome.
And in that case, I trying to hit my microphone here. I actually take a more like leaned forward kind of posture, and kind of just like instead of being leaned back and relaxed and open, I'm going to assert a little bit of dominance here.
Ooh.
Not a power I have. And my opening salvo is it's a nice club. A lot of history here. And I enjoy scoping out the competition.
He has a moment of before he leans back into you. The head-to-head now beginning.
Lightning bolts.
Competition, huh? I don't know if I'd consider it that, seeing as you own your own establishment somewhere else in the city. I merely attend this place.
Oh.
It's just a regular haunt of mine.
Oh.
You notice a
My-
little bit of physical accent when he says mine.
Apologies then for the mistake. I was given to understand you were the proprietor, but this is why I try to get out whenever I can and visit the other local haunts. Still, it's lovely here. Good ambiance. Excellent taste in music. It's a little more low-key than I'm used to, but I find it's often nice to relax. As I lean back a bit in the chair. Although, pleasantries aside, there are other things that have concerned me a bit of late. So you're it's a cliche, I know, but evidently you come here often. I wonder, over at Bedlam, we've been having ourselves a little bit of a drug issue, beyond the usual sorts, and something a bit harder than we're used to seeing pass through the doors. I don't suppose the pyramid has been having any similar troubles.
He leans back as he's laughing just under his breath. And, well, you see for a flash of a moment, his eyes kind of shudder as he leans back forward and says, "That would imply that we find it a problem here." As his eyes are obviously vertical reptilian slits. And I would like... So let's see if you are savvy enough to avoid Eyes of the Serpent.
No.
Let's see if you can duck eye contact, because they actually put in rules for avoiding eye contact.
We're dodging eyeballs? This is Castlevania. No, it's Sunday. Wait.
All right. So, resolve intimidation versus your wits awareness. This is a roll-off, straight roll-off.
Okay. Wits and awareness. This is why we put some points in awareness.
Now, he is directing it at Elizabeth specifically. The pair of you aren't brought into this power. This is a one-on-one ability. Ooh.
Come on.
What do you got?
2.
Oh.
So there's a moment where Liz just, in her fluid motion, normally she's cool and sliding around, and everyone else notices that she becomes still. And as he holds his eye contact with you, Liz, you can feel no ability to move. You're stuck solid in place. And he just, while holding eye contact with you, says, "You see, we don't have much trouble with that here because we control the trade. That's a specialty of the ministry."
Well, Lizzie, you don't have to be so coy. I mean, at this point, we should probably just be outright. I'm actually a consultant for Bedlam. We were being a little, like, saucy about it, but we were actually very interested in your wares.
Well, if the owner wishes to let me know her feelings, I'd love to hear it.
Can I talk?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Completely
Making sure.
paralyzed.
Good.
But
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm
your
gonna try-
mental powers, by the way,
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna get this
are
guy's
not
motherfucking
blocked.
brain.
And on top of this, by the way, you can also spend a point of willpower to attempt an escape.
Yeah, I'm getting a little low on willpower. But but no, I would much rather download my answer directly into his fucking brain.
Okay.
So.
He's an unwilling target, though, so you're spending willpower to do this.
Yep. Sure am.
His resolve is a 3.
3. Okay. Sick. Let me just scoop up. My intelligence is that. My auspex is blah, blah, so much. And then my insight is blah, a fair amount.
It's my favorite.
Remind me. With the hunger dice, is it when they have a slash you add a die, or when they have an X you add a die?
X is a die.
X is a die.
Every
Got it.
X is a die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fox math noises sound a lot like a Murloc.
Is Murloc just doing a lot of math?
And then we
He's doing his taxes all the time.
Sorry, getting a little suburban Sasquatch there. You said his resolve is 3?
Yep.
Remind me to show you a movie sometime. All right, there's once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a victor.
Oh, you're in.
Great.
You have a direct line to the brain.
Yes, control and power are very important, aren't they? He hears directly into his fucking dome. But my associate is correct. I don't suppose we need to beat around the bush. Fine, we want to know where the drugs are coming from, as I just sit there motionless and smiling.
You don't have to ask. With an exceptional success, you just take information from his mind.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Actually, I'll help myself. I think we know everything we need to. And
So-
then download yeah.
Every time you do this, you get to dig out a piece of information with intelligence plus composure.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. That's to do it stealthily. If you're not being stealthy about it, you just fucking take it.
Okay. Then in that case, I just fucking take it. I don't care if he knows.
Okay, so...
Unless my compatriots feel like I'm making a gigantic mistake here.
Oh, hell no. Put that
This-
dick on the table. You kidding me?
This individual of the ministry, Father Roberts, Father Robert Sebastian, uses his position of clout and his obvious attraction within the goth scene to manipulate those who would want to become kindred. He's got a little recruiting agency going on through Pyramid right now. Said, and this is all coming to you in flashes, by the way. You can see him basically walking around, drawing attention of those who he wants to pick out, and then selecting them to join. You see another moment where you're in what looks like a draped attempt at a Levian black mass. There is an altar. There are silks hanging from the ceiling, and there's candelabra dripping wax onto the tables and the floor nearby. Near naked attendants that are wearing robes, which are essentially just scarves that cover the nipples,
Very expensive from Killstar.
stand completely shaved entirely of hair in poses of submission on their knees before the altar. As he starts calling in other individuals. These individuals looking obviously a little bit more fashion forward than the supplicants on their knees. Doing the math.
I hope there was a Murloc sound when that was created.
These individuals coming in wearing the very much off-the-rack goth attire, name brand only, obviously. They'd leave the tags on it if it wasn't considered tacky, just to show you. But you know the patterns.
The Killstar tag literally
Yeah.
says...
Yeah.
Yeah, they sew it on the outside, actually, for real, so that you could see it.
Well, they don't take them off. They come in and they kneel, and you watch 3 simultaneous embraces of these supplicants. Flashing forward, you see a little bit more of them going through the convulsions as they expel the life from every orifice of their body, going through the death sequence of the embrace. You see, the embrace is more than just the death, the creation of a vampire. It's the death of the person. So whatever was in your stomach comes out the front, and whatever was in your bowels comes out the back. It's actually not very romantic if you watch the whole process. But once that process is done, once they have died, they stand anew, having taken their first kiss from their sire. These, though... See, now, I would like to point out, Elizabeth has seen the embrace. Mr. Spelling could have done such a much better job if he just stuck to the source material, let's be honest. But anyway, that's a very truncated reference for old vampire heads there. So the three that go through this embrace, it's not as violent. It's almost like they just got sick. It's not that same level of intense, full-on, racking death that the embrace has. No. This was like they were sick for a little bit. They spat out blood and whatever their stomach contents were. And you could see their fangs. And you could see it in their eyes that they were now what they believed to be among the kindred. And then later, you catch just a moment of their fate as you see a meat locker, an abattoir-looking place, something halfway between a meat room and a milking barn, where these same individuals are hung up, suspended by their wrists and ankles. Full coverage masks hiding their heads. Zippers across the mouths and eyes with tubes jammed through their mouths. The only thing penetrating the mask. IV bags feeding fluids in those tubes. And their stomachs distended, red, and a few of them glowing. Moving with liquid disturbance. Almost like small tidal forces across the stomach. Skin. Happy Friday the 13th, folks. And that's what your intrusion is brought to you.
Just to make sure that I'm completely following, glowing in terms of just the stomachs or like all of
their
the
stomachs,
body?
just their stomachs,
just the stomachs
like taking a bulb and pushing it against loose skin.
Mm-hmm. Yep, got it.
And that's what your intrusion gives you.
Sure.
You're still paralyzed though. Do you want to do this aggressively? That means he knows what you've just seen.
Mm-hmm. That's fine by me.
He has this moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
He has this moment of his eyebrows go up. And he chews his lip for a moment. You and I both have a respect for this place. I hope your friends do as well. going to go back to giving you the floor. And I'm going to hope we have an agreement to not mar this wonderful location. As he blinks and his eyes return back to appropriate circular pupils. And Elizabeth can feel the motion, the will returning to her muscles. He sits back, his posture that of somebody putting forward confidence, but there is worry in his shoulders.
I stand, look down at him. Yes, I would hate to think we'd made enemies here today. Enjoy your evening. I try to leave.
Enemies can still be made without violence being shed.
It's so cute how you think you get to have the last word. Ladies, I think we're done here.
Yeah, Charlie and Delia have no idea what just transpired.
Yeah.
That was all fucking brain
I will totally catch you up, I swear.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Delia's just, her gold eyes are flicking over to Liz with this, like...
This dramatic sequence, and then we flash to the actual, like, external appearance. It's just them staring at each other. Delia and Charlie just be like, the fuck is going on?
Did we just miss a scene? What just happened? Are the pages missing out of the script? What the fuck?
As the three of you walk away, let's see, make wits awareness tests. Let's see. Except for Liz. Liz is kind of walking away with would never look back. Like that's a no. The effect is I am walking away from you.
The high heels are a little bit louder than they should be.
Clack, click.
Specifically choosing the upbeat so that the heel click can be heard in between the bass. That kind of a choice. But Delia and Charlie lingered just a little bit, just long enough before they turned to let me see if you guys noticed something. So wits composure test. No, wits awareness test. There is awareness in the system.
I'm aware of awareness.
Dos? Charlie? Oh, did it happen?
Too much touched my hand.
Oh, no.
I'll lend you some, it's okay.
We'll get you some nice gloves. We'll get you disposable latex gloves, and you can start rolling your dice again.
I have those.
Just change them out after every roll.
Charlie's gonna take on a germaphobe-like, mannerism.
Delia's purse is
Baudelaire
well
and
equipped for
Charlie
this.
are becoming one person, and that's not good for anybody.
Okay, Delia notices that he leans over and gestures with his hand to his secretary, who comes over and he whispers to her. And just as you're turning to go walk with Elizabeth and Charlie out of the, or at least away, I don't know if you're leaving the club specifically, what Liz's intentions were after leaving the booth, but you can see she has a phone on her clipboard that she's tapping on. That is what you notice as you walk away. Now the three of you are moving through, and take it from here.
The fuck was that? Why are we leaving?
Because we have everything we need to know. We need to get out of this club before we talk about it.
Is it that bad?
Yes, worse.
Oh.
I hope you have a
Also, I think we just
destination
pissed
in
off the
mind.
ministry. I hear Avenue C is lovely this time of evening.
Sure.
Is this I should have packed a hoodie for Charlie kind of destination? She just kind of...
I just look at like the cool veneer I'm trying to like cracks for a second. I look at Charlie and then look at Delia. Like, I'm sorry.
It's my frenzy hoodie.
Possibly. Come on, let's get out of this club quickly.
I just love that idea.
I promised we wouldn't have a fight in the club, but if I can at least get outside of the club, I can keep that promise. God damn it.
You
They
hit the
probably
street.
won't fight us out in the middle of the street.
You hit
We
the
can get out in
street.
public.
It is autumn.
I wish.
So you hit the crisp air.
Fantastic. The moment we are outside, I reach inside my coat, and out comes the silver and black cigarette case, and a long, thin cigarette comes out and is instantly lit. And you do notice that her left hand that's holding the cigarette is shaking ever so slightly. It's just kind of slightly trembling.
What happened?
So here's what I saw after he decided to work his little I've only got eyes for you nonsense on me.
Ew.
Delia, what do you know about turning kindred into vitae factories?
I would say that I've been in a few Vitae banks, more than I would have expected. Are we talking about another bank?
We are talking about the recently embraced being suspended by their skivvies and pumped full of I'm not really sure what, and then drained of what I can only assume is whatever's going into those drugs.
Where?
How much did I get? A factory, or a warehouse, a meat locker, someplace cold. I assume I didn't get any more than that from the vision.
Yeah, it was very, very flashing. It definitely felt subterranean though. There were no light. There were no windows. It was just overhead lighting up a track, like a barn at night.
The important part is that the ministry is in it up to their tits.
I think the important part should be finding the location and quickly, because as we were leaving, the secretary was calling. If whatever you did, you were not graceful about, they're probably going to clear that place out.
Yeah, it's not ideal, which is why I suggest we get to Avenue C as quickly as possible, assuming they don't put out a hit on us, which, you know, may well happen. Hey, fucking hate me now. Flicks cigarette away.
Please make a intelligence occult test. If you have any specialties in alchemy, please apply.
I have alchemy itself.
It's not a specialty in the knowledge.
Okay.
Wow.
You.
Nutso.
Ooh.
Apparently I'm a little shook.
Charlie, yeah. Liz, as you are walking down the street, I'm assuming you didn't want to hang out outside of...
No.
Okay. Walking down the street, keeping... Liz has a bit of a nervous pace, I'm assuming, as well. Kind of a clenched vibe, because what was seen was not very... Even for the kindred, is not settling. The contents of the vision itself are the most, to Liz at least, Liz doesn't want to figure out what it is. There's a part of the mind that is thinking like, there's an answer here. I'm not thinking of it. That might hurt me. The brain does that when it sees things like this. Charlie, who is a second-hand person receiving this information, has a little bit more freedom to contemplate. And it kind of sounds like sometimes at Elysium's, like the blood doll situation that you dealt with Luke. That feeding situation, it sort of reminds you of that, but you don't know why they would be using tubes or anything like that. Maybe it's like blood bags, like a blood bank where you draw blood and store it, and then they use that for something. Maybe it's the best guess Charlie has with one success. Delia, on the other hand,
I have so many ideas. This could be.
It's called Athenor Corporis.
Oh, using the actual, for the alchemy itself, how you're using like a kiln, the way that someone would use a vat, or sometimes you ingest it yourself.
Jumping right into the fucking roleplay. All I had to say was Latin, and this bitch over here. I'm so happy and proud. I'm sorry.
Continue! Give me what I know! Leave me alone.
I'm fucking impressed. Keep going.
There's
Break my notes.
It's referring to the distillation processes. Athenor Corporis uses the alchemist's own body. Calcinato uses a Calcinatio, I should say, uses a human body, and Fixatio is the one that you use, which is the conventional.
I like that.
Sterile. It's
level
clean.
Of separation.
Yeah.
There's less variables. You use your body. There's too many things going wrong. I don't know why. It's a very artistic process, I suppose.
Love an artist.
It's not for me.
So please, if you remember off the top of your head, this one, okay, just to clarify which one it is, this seems like halfway between Athenor Corporis and Calcinatio, because Calcinatio, you're using specifically a mortal. You're using their stomach as the vessel, whereas Athenor Corporeus, you are ingesting the ingredients and performing the alchemical process inside of you, using your own blood and infusing it in your stomach, whereas Calcinatio, you have to create the mixture and then pour it into a human's mouth and then have them hold
Do you have
it.
the baby bird it to
And
them?
then no, you pour it in.
Yes.
You make your mixture, pour it in, and then you feed off of the human to get the power.
It would bind through their blood itself, a normal thing that you can digest and then turn into vitae.
This feels like halfway, because
their embrace was slightly off as well, from what it
Yes.
sounds like. So it sounds like you actually watched the process in which they're creating the actual product. If their embrace was really soft, subtle, not jarring, maybe it is not as complete, or the way we know the way ours was. Oh, so terrible and liquidy.
Yeah. Let's not linger on that.
Sorry.
perhaps?
Yes. To the point. Yes. I think they're creating a farm of thin bloods and then using their bodies as the alchemical conduit for whatever it is they're processing in the the insides of. You've mentioned a weird effect happening in the stomachs.
Glowing stomachs. It was very ET. I
Do you
hated it.
do you get feelings of emotions? Do you get like Charlie has a fantastic knack of feeling rage off of things. Can you sense that as well in the visions? I don't know how detailed you are. Remarkably detailed, more than I've ever really experienced myself. And you, yeah.
GM. I don't actually know.
What are you asking?
Do I get any emotional resonance off of these sorts of visions? Like I know I do from like the psychomancy, but from straight up telepathy, or do I just essentially get like a slideshow of pictures?
Yeah, you invaded a brain and got a whole bunch of, like, you are not viewing the scene as though you were there. You are viewing the scene as though it were a memory.
Right.
So a memory does not have resonance unless the memory in and of itself was looking for a resonance. You know what I mean?
Figures. Yeah, totally. Unfortunately, the only thing I know emotionally is that I have one very, very pissed off I almost said follower of Set, member of the Ministry on my case as a result of digging into his brain unannounced.
Oh, that's okay. They'll be very, very upset once the Prince of the City finds out what they're doing. It's possible that they're using the Duskborn specifically because it's that interim conduit between the capabilities we have and something a little less or closer to what we were.
So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, certainly. My concern then is this is just the stuff they're selling on the street. Then what the hell is the US government doing with it?
I know exactly what they were using it for. That's concerning as it is, not the question I have. Their process somehow is a more refined version of what they're doing. And, oh god, if they're using the Duskborn specifically, that probably answers why there's no bonding issue happening. Why is it they're able to interact with the Vitae element, but there's no bonding when these people are taking the drugs?
Actually, the process of creating Thin Blood Alchemy, you know this. Duskborn Alchemy creates neutral vitae when it's performed.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no... Just how the Tremere were able to make vessel bloods, so like blood coins and those kinds of things. The created vessel is considered neutral, but still nourishing. This is the same way.
It's assuredly confirmed that you were using this blood because of its neutrality.
Yes. Well, it's yours. Even the ones that you make for yourself don't bind others to you, and not because you're Tremere.
Okay, that was my second question. Okay.
No, this isn't because you're Tremere. This isn't a bonding issue. It's the process of the alchemical process. The process of the alchemy in and of itself neutralizes bonding sequences. So sequence K is kind of completely deactivated in the alchemical process.
The real question is do we tell someone about this now, but we don't have any concrete evidence unless she just starts texting to Danny.
Oh no, what are you texting to Danny?
I need you to look into any accounts of a member of the Ministry, Father Robert Sebastian. Name. I'm blanking name.
Checks notes.
Father Robert Sebastian.
I did
Robert
get it.
Sebastian.
Yay! I thought he
By the
had
way,
another name, like
you
a really
could
long one.
you could refer to them if you need to shorthand refer to them instead of saying like member of the Ministry. Their shorthands are Liberators, Serpents, Judacians, Typhonists, and just Ministers is an easy one because they tend to prey upon people's faith and structure.
Those Zombers would be great friends.
Okay.
They have been.
So, just starts texting that information over to Danny. I need some concrete evidence looking into any purchase of pharmaceutical properties. You would need some tube supplies, anything like that on their back ends. She just sends it without no context.
Well, what about the prince? I mean, he's the one we're kind of on his payroll, essentially. He likes you. Should we just call him?
Oh, that's nice, but we should probably have something physical first, right? We have nothing, and if we don't get on this soon, that place, wherever it is going to get cleared out. And then I won't be able to see any of it.
That's concerning, but I suppose my mind, beautiful though it may be, is not nearly enough. Charlie, are you going to be alright if we run into trouble? Things have been a little tense lately.
Yeah, I mean, if we do, I'll keep the both of you safe best I can.
I give you a big hug.
Hugs back, but continues to walk.
Our unlife is in your hands, Charlie.
Charlie actually looks behind the group to see if, like, anyone's following us or anything like that. Or if it's just, like, empty street.
Okay. It's definitely not an empty street. It's a Friday night. Right outside the pyramid.
I didn't know how late, and I couldn't remember where we were for like a hot second. My brain was
there's some motion on the streets tonight. People are out. People are shouting across the street at each other. It's not even midnight yet. The night is still so young for so many. The streets are still packed with cars, especially in areas with any kind of nightlife. So there's a lot of people, so it's going to be difficult to pick them out. I'm still going to let you try and see if you can catch anything, and I'll let you know if there is. So please make... if you're going to be using heightened senses at all, it's going to actually be difficult on the street. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of lights, it's New York City. Imagine turning on super senses in the middle of New York City.
Yeah, no, she would like to continue being able to see and hear in general. So
Good call.
so that's not happening. This is just looking like normal, just like
It's like printing out an entire Bible's length worth of curse words and loading it into a shotgun round instead of lead and firing it into your ear if you were to do that.
I mean,
If you ever wanted a
no,
visual.
thank you. The big no thank you.
I gotta visit New York. That sounds great.
It is. Wits, I love hate that place. Wits awareness, please.
Any negatives?
Yes. It's a -4.
Oh, well,
do you need some bonus dice?
It's a busy night on the streets of New York. It's going to be difficult to pick stuff out. This is, let me tell you, Times Square would be a -5. Just to give a full understanding. This is one shade below that. We do have 5 bonus dice right now, though.
yeah, I
by
am
all
down
means.
to 1 not chance die, but
6
I am
bonus
down to
dice.
1. So 7.
7 bonus.
What are we comfortable with me using, gang?
I mean, what was it? We could use up to 3, I thought it was?
You can use
Yeah.
up to 3
Yes.
per roll. All
Go
3.
for it. You're gonna need it to fucking hear shit in New York.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, in trying to make us safe by taking us out somewhere that would be a bit of a masquerade breach to just murk our asses, I also admittedly made it very hard for you to figure out if we're being tailed.
Uh-oh.
Subterfuge is hard.
Ooh, beast die.
Here's someone feeds the beast.
2 to find a motherfucker trailing us.
Okay, 2.
Look, just spin around saying, "Who's following me? Stop it, you!" And if it stops,
As you've been walking down the street, I would like you to let me know what direction you were moving in, because you just took to the streets. You didn't give me a specific destination other than alluding to maybe Avenue C sounds nice this time of night.
2 blocks to Avenue
speaking
C.
as a player, I want to go to Avenue C.
Yeah. Oh, Delia's like, it's gonna be gone. Disneyland closes in an hour.
We have Disneyland at home.
Disneyland closes in an hour.
You're welcome.
All right, so you're heading towards Avenue C.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since you hit the sidewalk and you started walking in that direction, you've been kind of focused. Liz has been trying to be helpful and sharing, but also not hold on to the images that were seen too tightly, because you're gonna want to get rid of that thought real fucking quick.
I don't want any stains, please. Ugh.
The night is young.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Delia, on the other hand, is nerding the fuck out. Because, just what the hell?
I wonder what it is that they're feeding specifically to initiate the catalyst, right? You know, because you said that there were tubes. Did the tubes have a color to the?
Prattle, prattle, prattle,
Yeah.
prattle. Nerd, nerd,
Fear.
nerd,
They were
nerd,
the
dork,
color
dork.
of fear.
Well, you said the red Ripley, but was it Ripley in the tube as well? Was it red in the tube, or only was it red Ripley in the flesh?
Second cigarette.
Charlie, on the other hand, has kept her head on a swivel
One.
and has picked out a pair of individuals following along the route that left Pyramid shortly after you started making your way out yourselves. And they haven't deviated. They aren't talking to each other. They're just eyes ahead. And that's what stands out to Charlie. They are walking with intent, and usually people on the street, they've got their lives that they're doing, that they're experiencing. Charlie doesn't feel like they're walking or casually trying to get to a place on a nice night out. They're walking with purpose, and that purpose seems to coincide exactly with where you're walking.
There's just like this excited like science chatter going on, which normally Charlie's all for, but she's just kind of like, I'm really sorry I gotta interrupt, but I think we might be followed. Right now.
Show me on your phone. Show me on your phone.
Just Charlie actually takes out her phone for like a second while they're walking and just starts kind of like fixing her hair and like takes a selfie trying to keep the two people in the corner of it.
I fucking love
Good
it.
shit.
Oh, Charlie's not a spy.
Bubblegum spy.
You're a fucking honeypot, I swear. Danger zone.
All right, composure, subterfuge. Let's see if you...
This is where the Charlie's not a spy is actually correct.
Oh, no.
It's that subterfuge.
Hold on, let me 1 second. Because you're trying to do something kind of socially surreptitious.
Oh no. Delia's a spy.
So I'll accept composure, subterfuge, streetwise, or stealth. I will accept any of those.
I'll take that stealth, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Come on, secret squirrel.
Super secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Danger squirrel. Danger squirrel. Ooh. I got an explodey. Hold on.
Oh.
See? And were you wearing a glove?
I am. 2!
Okay, I was gonna say the curse is broken. Never mind.
All right.
Listen. I don't roll exceptionally. I just don't.
After Charlie takes the selfie and then just, casually sends it over into the group chat. Or sending it directly to Delia, however you want to send it along. You can see
the group chat.
Yeah.
Just because.
It seems pertinent to our lives.
You can see a pair of denim-clad looking punks following up behind. They look like they would fit in at like a late Ramones concert, like a Ramones era concert. But some extra,
Like acid punk.
yeah, a little acid punk out of them. Both of them looking very intent. One of them, she has a tri-hawk buzz right now. That emphasis on tri.
Oh no. I thought you meant like
dear.
3-pronged.
It is 3-pronged. It's whoever did it though was slightly off, so it's not symmetrical. It's like there's the center line, and then there's like the 30 degree, and the other one's at like 28. So it's just so there's this constant like she's leaning to the left, I think. Vibe
Slightly pulling to one side.
as she walks behind another the other one walking pretty stern. He's got a one of those, he's kind of got the police style the old police style hat. Halford used to wear it, kind of like the leather hat.
Like a leather daddy.
Yeah, like a leather daddy hat.
Yeah.
But it's got chains looped around it
Like a leather daddy.
Leather daddy.
that connect to earrings and such. He's rather pierced.
That seems dangerous.
Like a leather daddy.
Daddy. Only kinks on stream.
Well, we wanted this game to be as New
Hashtag
York
like
as
a leather
possible, so here you go.
Sorry.
And it isn't even Pride. All right.
Always Pride.
The hell it isn't.
Yeah.
You take
So he's
that
not-
shit back.
Okay. He's a leather daddy if a leather daddy was wearing denim. Denim daddy.
Yeah. Damn, Daddy. The double
They
D.
call him Double D.
The double D.
I call him Double D. Love a Double D from my
Oh, wow, that went off the rails real fucking quick.
So we're being tailed by some absolute badass motherfuckers, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's in the group chat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I could work with this. Hold on. So Charlie, keep taking some selfies and maybe go live on Instagram.
I never got past what he was wearing, by the way. He does look like Iggy Pop on a bad day.
Like,
So the rest of us on a really bad day.
He's definitely, you know, Iggy Pop.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, he definitely looks like Iggy Pop after a really rough night.
okay.
Is how he looks. That was just to give you the full visual rather than just his attire.
I mean, we were so filled up with the denim descriptions.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was filled with descriptions.
Filled with that double D. Dear. No, this is great. But Charlie, can you take video on your phone for me?
Oh yeah, of course I can.
I really like the way you do that thing with your hair with that. And she's gonna lean into one of the windows, like one of the storefronts, and try and get an eye on the two. Now that she knows what they're looking like, can I kind of see them?
Ooh, and you're trying to do it through a reflection.
I can like lean in if she can't see it in a reflection and lean into it like she's going through her bag for something.
Okay, it's going to be a little difficult, but you now know who you are looking for, so it will be a
And
wits
there's that
awareness
video
test.
going on, right?
It will be wits awareness -2 instead of -4. That adjusts that difficulty a little bit for you.
Just to find them.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I was hoping to use Charlie's video as well, but let's see.
That's being incorporated. You know what you're looking for, and you have the video, so -2
I got
off.
2.
Yeah, you got 2 still.
It
Good.
exploded.
Okay. Yeah, you can pick them out.
Mm.
As the three of you kind of wait for a second as Delia stops to look through her bag, but also looking for them.
Okay.
I'm tapping my foot impatiently nearby, staring at Delia as though I am annoyed. I'm not actually annoyed.
It's on the bottom of my bag, and she leans in a little closer to Liz and Charlie. We need something to send Curtis. We can't send him nothing. So maybe in a few minutes, we have a reason to move to our destination faster, but make sure you're keeping that video going, because I'm going to create a distraction. And I'm going to try and use Blood Rage on...
Oh, you're terrible. Of like that. Okay.
The video's going!
Trim your bullshit. All right. What are you activating?
So it's Blood Rage. It basically forces their hunger.
Yeah.
How long of a night have you had? How full is your stomach? Let's find out.
Oh, I don't have Spark of Rage.
Make
have to
all
be
right, let's roll it.
impressed.
Let's roll it. You're basically burning hunger on them. Making them more hungry. Stirring the beast.
I will blood search.
All right. Let's see. Oh,
That's a
dear.
gif. I don't care.
fucking trim your bullshit.
Can I have some bonus dice?
Take as
For
many as
some
you need.
Tremere bullshit, you
Wait.
absolutely can.
Why, thank you, ladies.
By all means.
Do I have a penalty?
Well, I have to get the roll here.
Yeah, right now the path of blood is you roll.
Willpower. For you,
Resolve
it's
composure.
willpower. I
Yeah.
have to see what their resistance is off the top of my head.
Can discern who afflicts them if they use an intelligence, occult, versus with subterfuge. But I'm afraid I don't have what they resist with. I do have... I need concentration for one turn.
Okay, so you're going to go off of whatever their resolve or composure, whichever's higher. So who are you hitting? You have 2 targets. This is a one-off. You can't do this to multiple targets.
No,
You
I
have
know,
to pick
that's
one.
fine. There's no way of sensing which ones... There's too many people to smell out who's going to be... Which one do we think is the weakest link? Quickly.
Denim Daddy
Hawk.
or Tri-Hawk?
Tri-Hawk or Denim Daddy?
Tri-Hawk.
Tri-Hawk?
Tri-Hawk is try-harding.
You think Tri-Hawk has the rage issues?
Rage issues?
Yeah, who do you think's the
yes.
quickest to... Tri-Hawk it is.
Yes. Someone who's got the patience for that many piercings, they're probably pretty chill, honestly.
Okay.
Listen, this is colored by the fact I live in Austin, okay? I don't know what you want from me.
Listen, there's no, like, base for choosing, so this works. There's logic. We had logic.
I would be angry all the time if my haircut was slightly askew. That would piss me off low-key all of the time.
Agreed, actually. I'd just be in a bad mood.
All right. You have the resolve.
Yep.
Is -2.
Okay.
Charlie's doing her little video, by the way, and she's pretending it's like a live Instagram post where she's just like, "Hey everybody, CC Squirrel here! I went to my first goth club today. It was the Pyramid," and she's just going over this whole
I love
thing.
Four successes.
Tapping my foot and angry smoking.
So you can decide to have them activate one of their disciplines. I will pick what discipline. Or you can just make them hungry.
You could pick a discipline.
Oh.
It'll be fun that way. As a player, I feel like, fuck it.
Or 4.
As they're walking,
Someone's got to make the trouble now that Luke's gone.
their face starts to contort. Their brow ridge furrows in aggressively. Their eyelids just... Their eyebrows falling away as their forehead takes on more of a rippled and angered Cro-Magnon look. Their nose almost looks snout-like as their jaw distends and their teeth begin to grow. So you notice the hallmarks of Protean start to take over. You can use feral weapons to create more than just claws. They can also be used on fangs. And that's currently what's going. As this is happening, you can see they're far enough back that they were keeping an eye on you. The denim-clad one looks over, and you can't hear exactly what's being said above the roar and the chatter of New York City. But he slaps her on the shoulder, and she turns and glares at him with a withering stare. Before he points to his face and then points to her. Before she starts freaking out, he takes off his jacket, throws it over her head, and pulls the two of them into an alley nearby.
Okay, now is the time in the going time. I think they're busy and they're not
Let's
watching.
get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go!
The go time.
Not full-blown celerity, but let's just fucking haul ass towards the Overt Avenue say.
Be sure to send
Most
that.
fashionable power walk.
Yeah, power walking. But send that video to someone in case we break your phone later.
The denim one starts looking around the corner to try and catch you, so I'm going to need composure stealth tests.
Oh no.
Shit.
Whoever we're going to do a primary, and then the other two are secondaries.
All right,
So
Charlie.
who are the secondaries? Who's the primary?
Charlie, do you want to be our primary?
I can't be
I'm
the primary.
pretty
I
sure-
don't even have stealth.
Yeah, I should probably be primary with my 3 stealth.
I do not have stealth.
All right. So the way this is going to work, whoever is the helpers, going to roll their
Ring.
You're going to build your pool. Dex. Composure, stealth.
And there's the negatives for it, right?
Yeah, -1
Okay.
if you don't have stealth.
Okay.
I do not.
Roll those pools.
Nothing.
Jack and shit.
Well, that's good.
Yay! Helping!
You didn't get in the way either, though.
Yay!
Charlie, roll, and your roll will be the decider. You're the one who
do you want
decides.
some dice? Do you need some dice?
There is 6 in the pool.
For us to get away, I would be willing to take another 3.
Please take some 3. Please take some 3.
See, wait, taking some 3.
Yeah, why did my brain also went to that for some reason? Like, why did we both go to airport?
Spiritually, we felt it.
I
You can also
like, I
blood
stopped
surge if you
myself,
want.
but
Remember that?
True. 2 dice for a blood surge.
Oh, yeah. Let me. Whoop. Woo! I do not get hungry. Moop, moop.
Wow! Congratulations.
I know, that's new.
I know.
Oh, didn't help, it's fine. 2. 3.
Very nice. All right. So the 3 of you meld into the crowd, hook down one of the streets, because it's 2 avenues over, but there are plenty of streets to zigzag through to break up your beeline of a travel. So some of the easiest ways to walk through New York, it's not the most efficient, but it is the L pattern of find how many streets you got to go over, then go that many streets over, then go how many avenues you need to go over. You're boxing every travel route. It's not the most efficient as the crow flies, but it's also the easiest if you know what street you're on and what avenue you're on to just do the simple math to get to a place. But you also know that you can use those intervening streets to kind of cut through and still making progress towards your destination, but you're not at the same time being obvious in your route. Charlie decks you down one of those streets, and you're fairly sure in the amount of time it takes Trihawk to get a hold on their face, you were able to slip away. Because I'm gonna roll his pitiful roll. Yeah, he did not. You picked the one with auspex that was following you guys.
Good choices, everyone.
Swish.
As you are now fairly sure there is no one following you.
Excellent. Yeah, high fives all around. Now let's go to the scary blood factory.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do we know exactly where that is? Avenue C is... I mean, you have an idea that's kind of subterranean, right?
Bartender said that we would recognize it when we got there.
Oh. That's not ominous at all. Okay.
The best I could get.
Alright. So I suppose at this point we're just going to try and get closer and scout
Yeah,
out something
like
that looks
Obvious?
like another goth club maybe, or Renaissance,
Maybe
Gothic
warehouse
Renaissance
building.
opening shop in the front.
Just a big neon sign that says blood drug here. Blood drug here.
Blood
Blood drug here. Blood drug
drug.
here.
Here.
Fuck, I don't know, man. You asked me to be on this show.
Oh, you know I'm here.
I do not regret a moment of it.
We'll change that.
Challenge accepted.
So you are firmly in the East Village right now.
Okay.
I'm just giving you an idea.
Oh good, I don't look like a weirdo anymore.
Google's
let me just-
East Village very quickly.
Double check. Okay. The East Village is one of the... It's still New York City, but the lowest building that you see is probably only 6 stories. That's the lowest the buildings are right now. This is why I think it's cute when other people are like, yo, come to the city, and it's like a downtown with one strip, and it's like, oh, it's adorable. Around you can see there's some of the perpetual construction going around as you make your way, walking under scaffolding.
Always.
There's always scaffolding. There's always scaffolding.
Building.
Constant scaffolding. No matter where you go, there's going to be a street with signs that have been bolted onto the outside of scaffolding, so you can still see the frontage signs from the street. There's an entire industry in New York City for making signs to make up for the fact that your real sign that you already paid for is covered by the scaffolding and put in front of the building.
Neat.
It's in these places that people seek shelter who do not have shelter for the evening. So as you walk by, you can see feet sticking out from underneath many blankets. The East Village has seen a slight renaissance, but there are still pockets of it which is with just people trying to get by. As you make your way, you notice up ahead red lights in the distance along one of the stretches. Now there are shops on the corners. There's pizza places, bodegas. There's, you got your cell phone stores, your occasional barbershop, neighborhood businesses. But as you get closer to the general area that the bartender sent you, you can see in the distance that there's some red, like a pulsing red light. Like somebody's got one of those old school neon lights and it's set to an animation of some kind.
Live ladies.
Blood, drugs, here.
Blood, drugs,
here.
here. Yeah, clearly.
Blood, drugs, here. Blood, drugs, here.
And it takes you a good 10 minutes of walking. You see that this part of the street has been bathed in this light. Because you have come to a familiar place. You've been here before, but you've never been here before. Because one of the frontages of what must have been one of the many shop fronts that you get on the street of New York City has been converted to a pop-up. Hanging above the streets on a hastily erected stand, there is a large comical needle with its plunger going up and down, and when it goes down, there's three comical blood drips squirting out of the end of the needle. And it is named the IV drip. It is a medically themed pop-up bar.
Delia fucking hates this place. This is so great.
Well, bartender wasn't wrong.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why no?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
They don't
Roxanne,
even
you do
know
have to turn on the red
how
light tonight.
medical equipment works. You just sit on things. They just have things. It's not fun.
It's a neon sign.
Yes, it is a neon sign. It's a pop-up bar. I've been here when it was, oh, hell. I don't know, but it was with Alice, so you can imagine.
Good times, then. Ugh.
The nurse, no nurse in the history of nurses has ever worn that.
You're a block away as you're saying this, and standing on the corner in a sexy nurse Halloween costume with a clipboard is somebody handing out the deluxe sized, like postcard sized club promoter cards to anybody walking by that looks like they might be into the nightlife. You know, they're not bothering, Abuela as she goes down the street to go pick up.
You don't know what she's into? Missed opportunity.
But if anybody who's young, who looks like they might be in the market for a night out on the town, they're handing out one of them.
Oh, I absolutely take one.
Yeah, she sees you, the three of you, standing across the street waiting for the light to change. And there's like this moment of shing, and she pulls a clutch of them off of the clipboard.
It's like fanned out like a fucking anime. It's between each finger. It's a fucking Helsing intro right now.
Yeah. Just catch one in each hand and one in my teeth. Just
Promotion card. All right.
Yeah.
Takes a
I
moment.
will happily scoop one of those.
The light changes, and as you walk over, she doesn't walk into the street, but it's almost like you're being accepted onto the sidewalk with an invitation. As she hands these out to you.
Oh,
Into
I
the
don't break
sidewalk.
stride, but like I do the make eye contact, take it without looking at it, and then make it very clear I'm checking her out as I move towards the club.
There's a little bit of a finger wiggle as you take the card. She moves over to give another 2 to each one.
Oh,
of...
Delia's mastered the kiosk mingle, which is to slide behind the extrovert while she's grabbing hers. So while Liz is grabbing it, Delia slides to the outer side of Liz and walks parallel.
Did Charlie take one?
Oh, Charlie absolutely took one and goes, I love your outfit.
She says, thanks, and she's holding one more, and she damn well could have, she's like, there was 3 of them. How did I not get one? And is just kind of confused as Delia has used her coterie as cover.
The forbidden discipline. The real Tremere magic.
Oh yeah, no, I love like afterwards we get the she's thinking it through, and then we get the overhead view of like people moving, and it's like 3 dots approaching, and then there's 2 as one goes doot, 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 around the other edge.
It's introvert obfuscate.
Yeah,
Listen, if I have to
Charlie's
take a
just like,
potion
her
for this,
legs
it's
look
fine.
great.
her legs look incredible.
You can see down the distance as you're getting closer. You can see actually it's a very popular night tonight. As people are moving about, and there is several racks of clothing outside that are being sprayed down with Lysol as they're being handed back as people leave, and handed to as people go in. They have doctors, they have lab coats that they're handing out with monogram names and fake name tags hanging from the breast pockets.
I don't know if we can have aneurysms, but I would really ask that you try very hard not to have one.
It's okay, I'm the only one qualified in this building to operate on it, should it happen.
As you get close, another sexy nurse wearing... This one doesn't seem to be into the sexy nurse look, She has a bit of a shrimp pose to her posture as she's just handing out lab coats and spraying them down.
Long night.
She sees you holding onto the cards and eyeing the bar. She walks over, grabs a hanger, points to it, and points to Liz.
Oh, no, absolutely. I very elegantly remove my jacket, fold it very nicely, and hand it over.
As Liz puts on the monogrammed coat, lab
In
coat,
one fluid motion. Just, woof, it's on.
Charlie is able to see that now she is in the presence of one Dr. Sexy PhD.
It's fine.
Because that's what it says on the fake ID badge, and it is stitched into the coat.
It's 500 cc's of...
I want to die again.
It'll be a little death. So just follow me into my office.
That as you're with, turns to Charlie, does the same motion of, you want one?
No, I'm okay. She has just like a knitted shawl, like sweater that she's wearing right now. She's like, no, I'm good, thank you.
She has this moment of like that customer service sigh of like you don't understand. Like you can hear, like she doesn't say you don't understand, but there's that sigh that the no,
Charlie, dear, take the coat.
it's
Oh, nope. It's okay.
You need to wear something. It's the rule of the bar.
Wait, I know the whole aura you just gave me. I get it. I got it. It's fine. I'll take a coat.
No, thank.
And Charlie just
Takes
off her little shawl.
hands over a
And
lab coat.
She tries to emulate Liz to do the one like fluid.
And thus Charlie was transformed into Dr. Smolder.
Excellent.
I'm physically taking too
Blue
much
steel.
damage. I can't go on.
Smolder, it's me.
Does she have one of those? Is it a terrible little plastic hat, or do you think, or she's like hearing that you have to wear something? Eh?
Yeah, there are pillbox hats that Delia feels very familiar with because they come from a specific era.
With a gloved hand, picks up one of the pillbox hats, as if it had been covered in feces. Holds it with a finger. Thank you.
And the name badge. It's instead of the wristbands. And she hands over, and Delia gets Nurse Foxy.
Oh, this is gonna be confusing.
So as
You could have been a doctor. You could have taken a coat. I'm just saying.
Sexy, Smolder, and Foxy get ready to go in to the IV drip, we're gonna take our break.
Good, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Bye.
There you go.
They're gone forever. And rightly so.
Literally bailed just now. So this is the point in the show where we take our break. Okay, here we go. Heading into the IV drip, you can hear playing low in the background. It's not an overbearing club scene where it's not just like pounding music where you have to shout over each other. It's very much more like an Atmo bar. And As you go in, you can hear Healing Visions being played in the background. A few people who play DDR.
Oh my
Slowly, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
god. Whoa. Okay.
That is a weirdly deep cut.
Yep. Playing lightly in the background. It's currently to the heart monitor moment. And you can see it's a sea of lab coats and pillbox hats, and some people obviously brought their own because they're a little bit more exaggerated in their appearance. Like they knew the pop-up bar was happening, so they were going to be there in a look that was themed around it. You can see a few people are wearing you can see at least one completely see-through vinyl lab coat. There's numerous sexy nurse costumes. A couple of people walking around in scrubs to look about. The bartenders are in full-on surgical gowns. They look like they could be operating in a MASH unit in any moment. As they make drinks from IV bottles that are hung above the bar, and they pull down the lines, open up the vices, the clamps, to create different concoctions. So it's all a bunch of things being pulled down from above, and only occasionally having to go under the bar for things. You can see that of the crowd, and this is a decent-sized bar. It's too wide. It's two frontages wide. For a pop-up bar, this place actually seems pretty set to stay, but those are the best pop-up bars, or pop-up establishments. They look like they'd always been there. And this one was probably built up around a pre-existing bar already. They did a fantastic job of replacing all of the booth tables with low gurneys with plastic across the top. They have different, you can order certain drinks where they literally are wheeling over IV bags and you drink from the IV bag. And from what you can tell, there are a few kindred floating about. Because this kind of a theme keeps the masquerade real easy, seeing as red drinks are all the rage in this place. People want to look like they're drinking from an IV bag.
We did have that conversation with Alice the last time, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Delia being very aware of this extremely fashionable nightlife. The floor is yours as you gaze upon this rather chill, kind of mulling bar atmosphere.
Well, I have to admit, there's decidedly less desanguination going on than I was expecting.
Well, we yet to go spelunking. You said it was further down. It might be some other part of the building?
Possibly. Shall we soak in the ambiance?
As Delia's eyes scan through the crowd, it's sort of a... Occasionally it's just the disgust, the exasperation, she huffs like a child about it, and occasionally it's just sad. Right, we need to find a way down, right? That's what we're doing here?
Yeah, in due course.
It seems as though we are on a bit of a timetable.
No, we are, certainly. We've also just attracted a whole lot of attention, and I would like to take a brief moment, just a brief moment, to get the feel for the place, because we just had two people try to jump us, and middle of a busy downtown New York street. So I'd like to make sure that isn't about to pop off here as well, because we just went from one nightclub to another, and wow, y'all's reputation for starting fires in nightclubs. That's not how I usually like to light up a dance floor, but I'm starting to see how it happens. I owe Luke an apology. Hat suits you, by the way.
Whatever it was she was about to say just falls away with her shoulders as well. I didn't light this one on fire. In fact, last time I was here, I suggested to Alice that it would be a fantastic place for an Elysium. So, no fire. But this is most assuredly not all the population we think it would be, right?
Oh, there's definitely kindred here.
Speaking of which, if you wish to make wits awareness tests, it is not so loud in here that heightened senses would hurt you.
Oh.
Sensing the beast could also give you an idea of kindred activity in the region.
Any negatives?
There is a -2 simply because of... No, a -1 simply because of number of people here.
I will activate Sense the Beast to
Who's using...
see what we're dealing with.
Auspex.
You're using Auspex? Who's using Auspex?
I am, to use heightened
Okay,
senses.
2 using Auspex and Charlie is using Sense the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Sense the beast. Yo, really though? Man. Fucking butt kiss. I'm too busy staring at that hat and how cute my cohort looks in it, I guess.
I have pictures back that you would like. If you ask, I'll show you when we're at the Haven.
Okay, how many did Delia get?
3.
All right. Liz is taking in the sights and the sounds and catching whiffs of kind that is ripe for picking if you ever should choose. Also, without having to roll, you can tell that there are certain bags behind the bar that are vitae. You are kindred. You can tell the difference between what is blood and what is a mixed drink in a bag from a distance. It's kind of an inherent survival skill at that point.
It's like it's our whole thing.
Charlie senses about 8 kindred in this location. They all seem to be moving about. Charlie isn't 100% up on the ins and outs of kindred society the way others are, but you can definitely see a few people that looked like they may have been of the harpy persuasion that you saw in court that one time, moving about. No Alice.
Yeah.
Is Katrina here?
No.
Oh.
No, she is not. I am sorry.
Charlie just kind of pouts. Oh, I think there's harpies here. Wait up. Oh, I don't see Katrina. Then gets distracted by another nurse who walks by, just going, "I really want one of these outfits. Do you think they'd sell me one?"
Lightly used, maybe at a discount. Lysol, it's some more extra, though, on your way out. I know we can't
Honey.
get...
I want a new one, like a wrapped one.
Oh,
That'd be silly.
No,
we can Amazon that.
believe me, if you're looking for a sexy nurse costume, I can hook you up. Don't worry.
How about a proper nurse uniform? Why's it gotta be sexy?
Listen, proper nurse uniforms are sexy.
Because
Or can
my
be.
legs would look great in that. That's why.
But more importantly, that. Listen, I get it, honey. If somebody came by the club and was in a sexy club owner outfit, it would be me. But the point is I understand. I totally understand.
First of all,
It
Charlie,
makes
you're
a
not allowed to
buffer.
wear a nurse uniform. Second of all, this is not useful. This is not helpful to what we were supposed to be doing here.
Delia, on the other hand, catches a pair of shadows towards the back.
It would be detrimental to my work. You just no, pick a different uniform. What is that?
Towards the back of the bar, there seems to be, past the bathrooms, because there is a bathroom alcove,
Where else will people fuck?
there's a short hallway that isn't impressively lit. Whereas the rest of the place is kept kind of in this purple pink kind of coloring, this one hallway seems to be very dimly lit with indoor soft light bulbs. And only one or two of them to kind of give the hallway enough light so you're not tripping. They don't want to intrude upon the ambiance of the rest of the place. It's in that you see two very humanoid shadows, and as they meld with the shadows in that your eyes tell them they should be melding with the shadows, but you can see a little past their obfuscation as a pair of, well, at least one person is obviously Nosferatu on the surface. Another indiscernible from here, but they both keep to the back and they scan the room. And as you're seeing that, your phone goes off.
Probably answer that. Oh, with your hands, ideally.
I've got this. Hello.
Oh, are you sure you got this?
I am speaking to you now. So yes.
Yeah, listen, I found some information for you. You texted me?
Ooh, yeah. What'd you find? She holds the phone to her
Well-
chest. It's Danny.
Hi,
say hi.
Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny!
We're getting
Liz, shut the fuck up.
Oh. She says hello. Isn't that nice?
No, I have very good healing. Healing?
Healing?
Just
Healing. I
because
have
you're wearing a
amazing
lab
I
coat
need
does not
healing.
mean you were a healer.
Can you use wall paint next time instead of spray paint? The place
I
I think I hit
reeks.
speakerphone. I'm so sorry.
I cannot be limited by my palette or by my tools. I am an artiste, and I must art. Ducks gotta fly, birds gotta swim, you've gotta be a gigantic pain in my ass, I've gotta paint the walls, alright?
Wait.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Delia, take me off speaker so I stop speaking to them.
Oh, she means it in a nice way, and she just turns off the speakerphone, and nuzzles it under
I
her
can still
hair.
hear you, you hateful bitch.
Okay, so
I'm going to ignore that. Anyway,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any specific personal accounts or connections to pharmaceuticals or the bar you were asking about. I do know from some of the things I've cobbled together from a few of my new contacts in court. I do know he's a bit of a celebrant, likes to party, likes the attention, uses drugs as his lure.
yeah, that's
he-
exactly why we were asking for more information about, something more detailed.
I do know he's been a step away from breaking the Masquerade in several cases and has been warned several times.
Oh, we could help with
a
that.
fact.
And there's been some rumors that he talked a lot with Marcus Leonard.
Oh, that pile of trash. Really? About what?
About
Wine?
what? I have no idea. I just know that he talked to him a lot. I mean, granted, that old bastard hasn't been seen since the incident, but
I believe they decided to call it New Beckoning. Is that what that was? Very charming. Very charming rumor indeed. Okay, so he's got really foul friends and even worse rumors, which is great because we have a video to send you with their friends, which make whatever we find tonight go over a little smoother.
All right. Well, try not to light anything on fire. I do like the bar you're in.
You would.
Hat's real cute too.
Right?
Danny, did you leave the house? She like lowers the phone as she looks at
Danny doesn't leave the house. It's a wonder Danny
Last
gets
time
out
I
of
left the
closet.
house, I got shot.
Now, that's not my fault, and I don't think that should happen every time, but I will say, don't look at my laundry.
Wait, Charlie, did you shoot Danny? Good for you.
Oh, wait, that would make me, I would frenzy myself. Wouldn't I?
I mean, Danny has that effect on people.
Presumably, if you're shooting someone,
I
you're no
think
longer
it's-
friends.
I think it's just you,
I don't like
Liz.
them. Ugh, guns.
Anyway, you do your thing. I'm gonna see what other information I can pull up, but that's just what I've got for now. I couldn't find anything specifically tying them to it.
Okay, I thank you for looking. We'll send you
Doesn't
along.
mean you can't handle.
Huh?
Doesn't mean you can't handle transactions in cash, but digitally, that's what I could find.
Okay. I'll try not to light the bar on fire.
To be appreciated.
I'll try.
I'll keep an eye on her. Don't worry.
I don't trust you. And I hang up the phone.
Jesus. What did you do? Why does
I don't
Danny
know.
hate
She's
you?
just like that. I have no idea why she hates me so much. Honestly.
You did spray paint the wall with paint that doesn't.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the war started before that, though.
Oh, that's the part I saw.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. This was a return volley, really. Honestly, I'm just busy expressing myself, being myself. I too have my spine and my orange crush. Like, I feel like what I do is for me, and she just chooses to take offense at all of it. Can't be helped. You know how the blue bloods are.
How are you this confident? I don't. How do you do that?
Look
Is this-
at me. Why wouldn't I be? For that matter, you
fair?
should be too.
Mm,
As should you. All three of us, look at us. We're out here, night on the town, looking doctorially sexy. We've got a PhD in boning down. This is
I'm like
great.
the tiniest doctor ever.
You are.
Well, I guess you're like,
Yeah.
hey,
Dr. Small.
You're very small.
It's-
Pocket
honey,
size.
it's not about the size, it's about how you use it. And I guess
I'm
you don't really have a
I'm
PhD, huh? You're an
Does that
RN.
help?
Not allowed to get the uniform. Not allowed. Forbidden from the uniform. And she just starts.
Delia, you've got to learn to loosen up. And
Delia,
Charlie,
tell
that's
her.
the answer to your question. That's how you become this confident. You just be like water, you know?
Anyway,
Wet?
Mm-hmm.
she turned, put a hand on either of their shoulders. Anyway, I think there are. I have an idea of the direction we're not supposed to go because there's a little extra bouncer action in the hallway over there. The fuck
Keeping us
hallway.
out of the VIP area. Well,
Oh no, not the
do.
VIP
No,
area. The
no.
creepy hallway.
Yes, I was. It was wow. Okay, I was trying to use innuendo. It's spy
Oh.
shit. I was trying to do spy shit. Never mind.
Shit, sorry, I don't get to do this very often. I think I used up my
Yeah,
quota
no.
earlier.
Apparently, it involves a lot more pyromancy.
I never studied that path.
We just
Prove
had
it.
gasoline in matches.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean Luke, bomb at the gas station. It was a weird day. I
It
did
makes you
make
feel
Nazis
better.
fight each other. That was cool.
Yeah, I was
Which
in
is
the
good.
building when it was on fire, so it's not like, you know, I was still watching it.
Who's this? I heard a name. This Marcus Leonard guy. Anybody I should be worried about?
Not anymore. As far as we know, he should be off the board.
Oh.
But
Oh.
unfortunately,
Simplifies things.
he kind of represents some really dated views.
How dated?
Well, Lucas was one of the ones that was trying to tie everyone back together like the pyramid. And not just Tremere. All of you.
Don't much care for that.
No.
Glad he's dead.
I mean...
Oh, see, I don't like these noises where we're not sure about whether or not he's dead.
No, I know the yes or the no. It's just a very complicated situation, and it's. I'll tell you about it later. We're not in the middle of mixed company.
No, that's fair enough. So, how do we get into the place we're not supposed to go, I wonder? Well, I have a thought.
I can get a uniform.
No.
Go on.
Slowly, just
I love
passively
Charlie so
texting
much.
Curtis. Devious piece
Oh, I
of
want to hear this plan.
I mean, well, technically I just said it because I thought it'd be funny, but also, technically, I mean, I don't know, do I look enough like the new girl at work?
Honey, you always look like the new girl. It's what everybody loves about you.
So if you're going to try
Is that
and
good?
get her past on the idea that you're the new hire, how are you getting us in? Could we not just be interested in the festivities? Or is the whole narc thing a
I don't know.
problem?
Well, I have another thought.
Okay.
Who wants to follow me to the bathroom?
I do my best work in a
Bathroom's
bathroom.
I don't.
those two very different responses.
Bathrooms are
And
scary.
I think I have my
don't-
moment of the night. Fucking hell. If I can find a spot to sit somewhere quietly for a few moments, I could exit my body and float around the room and see if I can't find something.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna watch that.
I can, and I lower my voice down very, very low, such that my microphone would not be able to pick it up. I could become a ghost.
You could
Well-
actually project your conscious body into a wavelength that you could still see other things, but your physical, yeah.
If you would like to rob it of all of its romance, sure. I mean, I was kind of going more for a, like, you know, standing behind her, doing the pottery kind of thing, you know, but sure. Actually project my physical form upon a non-visible wavelength so that I can move it around and stays tethered to my corporeal meat sack. Honey, you have got to get out more. Yes, Charlie, I can become a ghost.
Actually, that's a
That's
lie.
so
Don't lie to the girl. You're not a ghost. That's just dumb.
I like
You're saying ghosts aren't real.
No, I'm saying you're not in any way a ghost, so don't be misleading.
I'm ghost-like. I'm ghost-adjacent. I'm ghost-ish. I'm a
Seriously,
spirit without body. If that's not a ghost, what is? I'm already dead.
there's specific
I'm
parameters.
floating around. What is
First
that?
of all, I actually don't think we're dead, but that's okay. We can go into that another time. Pet theory.
Really?
I would like to posit that we're not dead.
I like that idea of not being.
I'm
dead.
listening. I am deeply fascinated.
I'll
I've
tell
had
you,
people telling me I've been dead for almost 40 years now.
I'll tell you about it in the bathroom.
Love to go to a bathroom with a pretty girl.
Dude, you know what? I like the idea of us having someone that keeps watch on the bar, and I would absolutely love to take that hit for the team and watch the bar. Please.
We.
What do you mean you don't want to hear about my theory about our like existence? Well, you know what? It's okay because I can type it out. I'll type it and I'll email it to you, or you know what? Even better yet, I'll print it out when we're home, and then I can actually bind it and put it in your room, so that you could take it home.
You can do whatever you want with this conversation at home. I do want to hear it. I just don't want to go into a club bathroom right now.
I take both of my hands and put them on top of Charlie's and just, your sacrifice will not be in vain.
I'm gonna
Watch the bar, brave soldier.
Yep, I will watch the bar.
But seriously though, if there's any trouble, like scream or something, so we get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'll make sure you guys know if something happens. Charlie just settles in at the bar. Just looks like she needs a drink now. Needed one an hour ago.
As soon as you sit down, it doesn't take long for a bartender to walk over with their hands up in scrub position.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to operate.
Fuck this bar so much! Fuck this bar!
I just want somebody that's excited about work besides the girl in the street, apparently. God damn it.
I've worked in customer service. That is rare.
That is what, yeah.
So did I! Forever! Imagine what it was like for me. Hi, how are you? Welcome to GameStop during Christmas. How can I help you?
You are
Do you
a
have a gun? Could you please blow my brains out?
Yeah.
you are a soul made of adamantium. That's what you are.
I did 2 tours for GameStop Christmas. 2! Anyway.
It's like it's war. I love it.
It is, dog!
I did 2 tours at GameStop. I'll never look at FIFA the same way again. All right.
Charlie's just like, I, you know what? I would love a whiskey on the rocks, please. That sounds great.
Whiskey on the rocks. Stat. Turns around, goes over, gets a glass.
Fuck this guy! Fuck his shitty job!
Fuck his student loans.
Yeah! Oh my god, this poor bastard! Oh.
Before you go, if anybody starts moving, Charlie just reaches out and like grabs Liz and just kind of goes, so, fun fact.
I just
I don't
slip
have
you some
any-
cash.
Thank you.
Before you even finish. It's just a wad of cash.
Thank you. Okay, love you,
That's
bye.
I'm starting to think that Charlie might remember
Don't wait
more
up.
about that bathroom visit than I thought she did. Kind of thought she, wasn't really.
Well, the human mind is a shockingly resilient thing.
I kind of hoped it was a bit more of a blur this time around.
Just bloody.
Anyway, I'm sure our visit won't be as dramatic, and if it is, I will happily blank your mind of it.
Wait, what?
Into the bathroom they go.
Again.
Wait, what? As the door closes.
Inside, you see a maybe one of the people working, or maybe somebody who got enthusiastic about the theme, applying the last bit of their freshened up lip liner, putting the pencil back in their little medical bag clutch, and sliding past you as they go back out into the bar. As far as you can see, there isn't anybody else in the bathroom in the immediate space. There are 4 stalls, so spacious for a bar bathroom in New York
Do
City.
you need to use a mirror? Or maybe I could turn on the faucets for you. I know a lot of times using the surface of the water as the way to breach...
As these questions are going on, Liz very unceremoniously bends down to look under the stalls to make sure there's nobody in there. Just not paying any mind.
There are no feet, from what you can see.
Damn it. Well, we're not gonna have to pretend to make out. Oh well. Opportunity lost.
Is that... I don't think that's how you would... I've never encountered anyone who needed to...
For subterfuge, in case anybody comes in, I need it to look like we're necking, basically. Also, I'm gonna need you to watch my body so that I don't get, like, staked or something. Could be bad.
Okay, we're going in a stall together then.
Yes, we're gonna go into this toilet over here. I just go to the furthest stall.
Are we taking the wheelchair stall?
Ooh.
Yeah, you are essentially taking the handicap stall.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to draw that much attention in case somebody comes in, though.
Just scuttle in. It's fine. I'll put my bag on the hook.
I'm fine. Oh, no, it's fine. Hey, if you don't want to get intimate, I get it. I understand. Consent is important. So, great. Well, haven't done this a lot, but, and I, flip the toilet seat down, just kind of, pull the coat up such that it's over my skirt and kind of plop myself down on the toilet and go, wish me luck, and go into a trance.
Delia's like,
So,
Okay. I need you to
this close to your face.
spend a point of willpower. You're sitting. Delia is sitting in Liz's lap.
yep. Great. I burn 1 point of willpower.
Luckily, if anybody
Kiss
walks
her.
in, it's gonna look like they're making out at this point now.
Occult and my auspex. 1, 2, 3.
So yes,
4, 5.
intelligence, occult, auspex.
Yep. And let's see what I can do. Throwing the dice. Nope. 2 yeps. There we go. Got 2 successes.
Okay.
A lot of nopes.
So this is a so the only difference between a standard success and an exceptional success is that an exceptional success you get the willpower back because it
Willpower
happens
back.
so easy.
Would be nice because I'm down to 1 willpower, y'all.
Does your
So-
desire help? Keep that in mind.
My current desire is to help Charlie and Delia find a dealer.
We
Actually
did.
you already get a willpower back for that.
Yeah.
Yay! Boop. Yay! Yay!
That desire has
I have
been
2 willpower.
achieved. You need a new desire for your
Sick.
for the next game.
Will do.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't need that many dealers. Just one's fine for now.
Fuck it, I don't know. You want samples. I got samples.
I need Delia to make a reflexive wits awareness wits occult auspex test. Cause you said you're gonna be looking very intently.
Absolutely, it's our life's work. Three.
A specter lacking ephemera, but made purely of twilight, gossamer, and thought, moves forward from Elizabeth's form and through Delia's body. In this state, Liz is very ghost-like. Now, ghosts are made up of a sort of plasm. An ectoplasm, obviously, is the term, but plasm, just as a simple statement, it works as well.
Psychic goo.
Liz doesn't even have that. Liz is pure, conscious presence drifting free from the body without any tether.
No
Any-
silver spool, nothing.
You felt nothing as she passed through your body.
Oh, she pulls her bag off the top of the hook in the stall, brings it closer to Liz, and like stations up, takes a glove off, and just sits there with a glove, and like just terrified and a little nervous, but very much.
So, Liz can't speak. Liz can't touch anything. But Liz can fully float and turn and look and be aware as she watches her unconscious body mounted by Delia as Delia goes and gets the medical bag open and starts taking off her gloves.
Just one.
Wait, as I float out and just like, at first you see the spectral form kind of fanning itself, and then you've got a bag, and it's like, I'm gonna float down, like, I float down to where the bag is and kind of put my face there. Spectral, like,
I'm guarding your body. You have no tether. What is wrong with you? Do you not have a source? Everyone else every mortal who's ever tried this has something. What is wrong with you, you reckless child? I will keep you very safe.
And I like float backwards out through the out through the stall, out through the bathroom, back out towards the club.
Moving through the club like this is I don't know how many times Liz has practiced doing this at Bedlam.
Only
How many?
a handful of times.
Only a
at
handful of
Bedlam? At Bedlam, maybe once or twice, maybe.
It's still strange moving through a crowded club without ever having to worry about bumping into anybody. Without having to worry about collision at all. Liz floats by Charlie as Dr. Bartender.
Dr. Bartender.
Puts down a scotch on the rocks. Picking up whatever Charlie pays with a pair of long forceps.
It's so extra!
Walks over and then just punches it into the fucking register with a hand and then just shoves the money in with the forceps into the register, gets out change with the forceps, walks back over, places it down.
Yeah, as I move past that scene, we see like my spectral ghostiness just kind of do the like slide around Charlie's shoulders kind of thing, and I just kind of pat her on the head as I then continued like one little like whoop motion, doop, doop, and then floating along.
As Charlie takes a sip of the whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Charlie.
And I make my way towards that back area.
Okay.
Floating through a chunk of the wall if I have to get there. I mean, I can pass through stuff as I recall.
I do not believe you actually... Okay, so your Auspex is the only thing that operates while you're doing this.
Correct.
Nothing else.
No celerity and no presence.
Yep.
If anything, I have a lack of presence right now.
An extreme lack of presence.
Ugh, this is hell. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Nobody can look at me!
Teach me
Sexy
your ways.
As the spirit of Dr. Sexy floats through the IV drip, the music has switched over to a strange song that's using a dental drill as like the rhythm keeping element. There's a lot of people who are like, who the fuck picked this?
What, no Zero Man?
Shop of Horrors? What the fuck?
I gotta see if I can find the actual song I'm thinking of because I've heard this before.
Oh,
Anyway,
it exists.
it exists. It's a real song.
Yeah, I'm trying to
dear.
think, because I feel like I know a song like that.
It's what we used to play at the bowling alley when we were trying to get everybody to leave.
Every place has one of those.
It's what we used to do. We used to commandeer the sound system and play that song instead of the radio, and that would usually wrap up any straggling games that we needed to start cleaning up after. Anyway, back to the IV drip. Not my terrible time at AMC Bowl. Anyway, the AMF lanes. That's what it was. So, floating towards the back, towards that hallway now, you can make another Auspex test. A Wits Awareness... Wits Occult Auspex is for viewing... So essentially, Sense the Unseen is Wits Occult Auspex, whereas normal Heightened Senses is Wits Awareness Auspex. That's the way I've decided it's going to work.
All gravy, baby. Any difficulty to apply to this before I roll it?
No, but you have a target number that you're trying to beat, essentially.
Dig it.
They have what they rolled on their obfuscate tests.
Ghost! Fuck yes. Nope.
She's the ghost with the most.
Boom. Ghostess with the mostess, please. I got 3.
With a 3. This tragic
be here.
specter that I call friend and love dearly floats towards the back and now sees amongst the shadows the obvious telltale marks of those who are using obfuscate to hide their presence. There's one hanging off to the side on the right, just outside of the hallway. They look kind of casual, like band t-shirt and jeans, leaning up against the wall, just eyeing the rest of the room. The one standing just inside the hallway, though, they are not somebody that would want to be caught out in the middle of a group. They are visibly wearing the marks of Clan Nosferatu on their flesh. They look almost like a burn victim. Has an extreme level of burn, stretched, taut scar tissue, no ears, bare hint of a nose, and you don't know if it was the transformation with the marks of Nosferatu, or if maybe they were a burn victim to begin with, and they were just taken into the clan. You're not sure. Regardless, I need you to roll Resolve Occult Auspex.
As long as I get to keep adding my auspex to the pool, doing okay.
I'm doing Wits. Investigation.
Don't see me, 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 don't see me.
When has Liz ever felt this way?
This is a first. It's gonna notice me. Shit. I'm naked.
This is about as naked as you can get. You don't even have flesh.
You don't get much more naked than just being a fucking spirit form. Alright, that's a lot of nopes, but a bunch of yeses. And a boom.
Oh my god, now I'm remembering that terrifying fucking music video. There's a British pop star, Robbie something. Shit, he did a music video where he was in the center of this like room filled with people cheering him on, and he's doing a dance, and then he starts doing a strip, and people are still cheering, so he gets naked, and then he's like, yeah, and then everybody's still cheering, so he's like, and he starts pulling off his skin. Robbie Williams, I think is his name. And then he's skinless and he's still dancing, and people are like still cheering him on, so he's pulling off muscles and throwing it into the crowd, and eventually he's just a dancing skeleton. It's like so weird. Rock DJ.
Art
there you go.
Great, but
I'm not insane. That was actually a music video that played.
That wasn't just a fever dream.
Wasn't just a fever dream. That was an actual music video that played on MTV.
I found it on YouTube. Just thought you should know.
television. Saw this.
I'm not gonna watch it, or Charlie's gonna need 4 more drinks. But like,
we'll get there. We'll get there. Watch it after.
Yeah.
Give it a gander afterwards. You'll see what I'm talking about. So how many successes did you get?
Sorry, I looked at Tara, and well, she was making a face. I got a hot 5-0.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Yeah,
it's not an exceptional, but you don't. Their eyes pass right over you.
Oh, thank God.
Don't linger at all. As they shift within the shadows, shifting their weight as they lean up against the wall and put their head just against where their shoulder is, and stare out into the crowd, having the most depressed guard duty ever.
That's fair.
I've been a security guard too. It wasn't fun. Anyway. Down the hall, You can see there are a pair of doors on the left and right at the end, and a sturdy-looking steel fire door at the very end. But you're pretty sure you haven't gone deep enough to end up exiting the back of the building. This is a pretty big building.
Okay. Would take a deep breath, but I have even less lungs than usual. And float my spectral ass through that door.
Which one? There's 3.
The big, you said that this doesn't, yeah, you said there was like a big steel
The fire door?
door there.
Yep.
Fire door, yeah. You said
Okay.
this didn't look like the back of the building, but there's a fire door there. Sorry, that's the one I meant. Apologies.
Okay. Floating through the fire door. I need to check something.
Yeah.
Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Covers eyes, looks through his fingers, forgets I don't have fingers, forgets I don't have eyes. Brief panic attack. It's okay.
Don't think about it.
Just as you're about to get to it, I need you to roll intelligence, occult,
Okay.
auspex.
Nothing Christ. This is why I took at least a little bit of occult. Ah, whoa, don't drop those, don't drop those. We need this for rolling. We need you for rolling. Question, can I blood surge while I'm incorporeal?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to, but I gotta keep that in mind.
If you don't have eyes, why do you even need to have a shape when you're in spirit form?
Because you gotta have something to anchor your psyche to. So, boom. 3.
1 success over. Good. As you get up to the
Don't
door,
say phrases like the fucking.
as you get up to the door, you see concentric circles of etched blood in the door that were not obvious upon immediate inspection, mostly because the blood seems to have phased into the twilight. It's in the same phase of matter as you,
Great.
and it sets itself over the door. Now, how many dots of occult do you have?
Just the one.
Just the one? Okay. You're fairly sure it's some kind of... It's a ward of some kind. You've heard of this kind of shit before. But it's not something that you have personal interaction with.
Crumbs. Okay. Not going through the door. Maybe I could go around.
You didn't slam into it and hurt
okay.
yourself in the process,
Mm-hmm.
but you can touch and possibly bypass it.
Well, here's a thought. Because she's thinking two-dimensionally. What if I just try to go down through the floor?
Now you're thinking of portals.
You can see that it extends in kind of a radius.
Damn it. Well,
Well,
door.
Here's how it works. You go to float down, and your feet land, and you feel solid floor.
That's new and I hate it. Oh, that shouldn't feel weird, but it fucking feels super weird. Okay. Okay, Liz. Fucking Elizabeth, think. Alright. I can touch this stuff. Okay, you said there were 2 other doors.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter which one, honestly. Just either of those other doors, or whatever one's closer. I'd like to go over to it and see if, like, as I approach it, like, can I touch that door? Can I stick my head through those doors? Are they normal?
going to the right door. I'm going to pick one for
Right
you
door.
if you're
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah.
Put your hand against it, and it phases on through.
I stick my head through.
Sticking
like,
your head
just kind of-
through, you can
what's in
see a drink storage. It's all of their
Yeah.
it's stock room.
Thought so. And just zoop, whatever. Do
Try-
the same to the other door.
To the other door, as you stick your head in, there is an office with several mobile drawers. Sorry, several mobile steel office drawers, as well as a computer on a desk and a rack of keys on the wall.
Okay. All deeply helpful. There doesn't happen to be anything conveniently laying out that I could read since I can't touch or interact with anything in my hologram form.
Sure. Make a wits investigation test.
Wits and investigation. Lucky 3.
You have 3 bonus dice. You can also blood surge while you're in this form, as well as
There are drinks here.
Right. Could blood surge. Yeah, that's it's a hunger check thing,
single
right?
hunger check.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna roll my red die.
Roll a d10.
Doop. I rolled a 10.
That's no hunger.
No hunger.
Add
Alright,
2 dice
then
to
I
your
get to add
pool.
2 dice. Right. Yeah, now it's starting to come back to my ephemeral brain. That is a yes. That is a boom. And 2 yes. 2 successes.
All right. Floating. Floating along.
I don't like the laugh.
Perusing over the different books that are laid out, the papers strewn about the desk, you notice that there's a lot of stuff that is keeping track of stock. How many bottles were consumed entirely over the course of a night? What needs to be ordered? So there's a couple of requisition lists. There's a requisition list pointing intake of Merlot. There wasn't any Merlot on the menu, though. This place is doing fruity, fun pickup bar, pop-up bar drinks. Everything's got a name.
Themed cocktails.
It's a cocktail bar. There's no wines. But there's a list with Merlot,
Okay.
Rosé, and crap.
Crap.
Hell.
Hello, rosé and crap.
Oh, it's escaping me right now. Chianti's a red. Right? Yeah.
That sounds right.
I believe Chianti's a red.
Feels right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Chianti. It is a red.
Hey.
Yeah.
9. Wait.
So,
Sorry.
Merlot, Rosé, and Chianti.
All right. That's weird. Okay. Quick out of character talk to the rest of my coterie here. So, any other ideas about stuff I could look for that could potentially get us into this area before I pop back into my body and deliver all this information? Because if that door's warded, then beyond knowing all this great wine situation, which we could definitely go to the bar and ask for.
Warding doesn't stop passage if you're willing to take a risk.
I mean, there is that.
It's the one
Wards are
thing I
also
want. I
often
didn't want
alarms.
you to think that a ward is just makes it solid.
Impassively, yeah.
You can push past it.
yeah.
There is risk though.
Right, which is, I guess, the other question too is, one, I want to make sure that my other coterie mates get to do stuff because I don't want to hog too much spotlight. But also, two, like, am I putting us in the burn zone? Let's say if I just go, yeah, fuck their alarms. Zoom.
Do you burn zone? Do you mean like, does this put us at
Like-
risk for my coterie lighting the building on fire?
Like that kind of situation. Like I don't want to take like too unnecessary a risk here. Liz tends to play it pretty safe, but if you guys think I should fucking go for it, I'm down. I just know we have bad luck with bars.
More
We
of,
do
like,
bad luck
would
with bars.
Liz know the risk?
Mm.
That's
She
kind of
knows
the
enough-
question and answers that.
I mean, she's gonna know that it's a ward, which means it's either going to hurt her or it's going to set off an alarm, and that kind of gets us all into a potential big pile of trouble. So I can try and push through it. If you guys,
I mean, I would get as much information as you can from the office before you leave it, because,
totally.
right?
The office might have something. And so I was like,
I mean-
"Ooh, office! That has paperwork and stuff."
Totally. The problem is it comes down to is that these just I'm the doctor right now. Am I just like please state
Yeah.
the nature of the vampire emergency? So I kind of can't touch nothing. Anything that's laying out like I got, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
that's where I was
It's not-
thinking of. There's anything like on the desk or
right.
like on a
which
desk
I
or on a computer
figured-
screen.
I figured that was covered by the roll, but I figured there's probably nothing
Mm.
else laying out and around besides the keys and the wine list. That kind of just leaves the warded door, which I'm sure will be fine.
I can't help you unless I know what I can't see the ward, and you can't draw
Totally.
it for me, so,
Yeah, I'd have to come back and basically show it to you.
yeah.
But you can share memories.
Alright.
That's another thing. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, no, I can't just straight up and go like, it's in your brain.
You could also, you mentioned you were thinking like a filthy solid, right? You can go up, down, etc. You could also get a better idea of the blueprint of the building, probably.
Ooh. Yeah, if I discarding that area that's warded,
Yeah, I
could
mean
do
that is
some-
one area, but you know,
but that's a good point. No, yeah, like if I float up, is there anything of note above us?
You can make, for the sake of expediency, and allowing you to
means.
search things, wits investigation, and I will let you
Gotcha.
add your auspex to this because you are floating
Dope.
all over the place. It will give you a marked advantage.
Sick.
-2 though on the difficulty.
And then taking 2 dice out. Okay, that's still 6 dice. It's pretty solid. Searching. 1 success.
You successfully find out that above this building, like in many buildings throughout New York, there is apartments.
Damn it. I float up. I judge someone for their footwear. I float back down. All right, so up above, nothing of note. Below, I can't get down to unless. Okay, I breathe air in through lungs that don't exist. In fact, a thing I don't have to do anyway. This is a really stupid idea. I hope they don't kill me. And I'm going to try to push through this ward.
Spend 1 point of willpower.
Shit. I now have 1 point of willpower.
And now we have to roll. You need to roll your stamina and your resolve together.
Stamina through resolve. Okay.
And I need to roll the effectiveness of the ward.
Can I blood search for this?
Yes, you may.
Going for it. Rolling this chompy chomp hunger die. 9. Okay. Let's group up some dice.
Still not hungry.
9! Nope. Yes, boom. Excellent. Alright. 3 successes.
As you start to press up against the ward, your hands sink in, and the resistance is strong before there is a burning sensation on your hands. Back in the bathroom,
Oh no.
Delia hears sizzling.
What?
The sound of bacon on a pan.
She instinctively holds her bare hand closer to her chest, like, I didn't.
Looking down, you can see Liz's hands are bubbling and searing.
Oh.
You take 1 point of aggravated health.
Oh. Woof. Woof.
It, within the spectral twilight that Liz occupies right now, she would scream if she had a mouth that could be heard. In the bathroom, that's where the mouth is.
Oh no!
That can be heard.
She like, oh, I'm so sorry. Puts her bare hand over Liz's mouth and tries to muffle, and then grabs.
It's very disturbing when somebody screams and their eyes are emotionless, staring dead into nothing, but their mouth opens up and cries like somebody being burned by a hot skillet.
I don't know if this was.
Ah!
Oh god! But your eyes are open, so I got your eye contact and dominate. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, does dominate work on a body that currently doesn't have a conscience in it?
No, isn't that fun?
I'm gonna
Wow,
say
that's-
you're telling the body to do that, but it's domination of the mind that allows you the power. So you're trying to dominate. It's essentially like,
Shell.
yeah, you're trying to
Does
dominate.
dominate work on someone in a coma?
No,
Well, this is even more than that, though, because
This- yeah.
one of the things they point out in the book is that, like, if another ghost fucking comes along, it can just go, oh, neat, and hop in.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
you're telling
It's
an
not great.
empty trench coat to shut up.
Yeah.
Just
I didn't
shoving.
even know my body could scream.
Learning a lot today, as she's shoving her hands over the mouth as best she can.
Make a composure.
Also, sorry to anyone on headphones.
I'm fine.
Okay, good. I just realized that was probably really loud.
No, it wasn't bad.
Composure.
Okay.
I'll accept streetwise stealth
Streetwise. Oh, dear.
If I make
or
awkward,
brawl.
if I make awkward moaning sounds, can I disguise it as sex sounds?
I'll take subterfuge.
And you're not there, so you do not hear the quiet little moany voice Delia puts out over the sounds of your screaming muffled behind a leather glove.
Charlie wits awareness.
You do have heightened senses, after all.
I need to know what this sounds like. Please roll.
I'm sorry, it took me 6 times to unmute myself because the button doesn't work sometimes. 3? That's always fun.
3.
Awareness.
Oh, I can't wait to see what I come back to.
Oh my god.
I get a little bit more.
Cannot wait.
Got an explode. Oh, my tray tipped slightly because it got caught on my sleeve and I lost my 9. I got 1 though.
Well, you're sitting close to the bathroom, so it sounds like they're having a good time.
Okay.
Do you cover your mouth? You go for that immersion. She just rolls up her glove and then puts it at like a bit in between Liz's mouth. Okay.
Charlie starts counting the money. How many drinks can I get with this?
Just line them up. Just line them up.
Can I get another one, please? You would be my best friend ever. She's also attempting like to distract herself by like making this this bartender like have a better day
Oh.
just by talking to him.
As soon
and
as you
being
ask-
nice and smiling.
As soon as you ask for another, he just goes, "Got a bleeder over here." He turns around, gets another one.
I'm so sorry you have to keep doing that.
He just turns around and under his breath, "It's such a terrible script." And he goes back.
It's so bad. Oh god, I love how shitty it is.
Oh my god.
Losing my mind. This is the true horror.
Back on the astral plane, back in Twilight, there's just pain, searing pain. Your hands are looking at your consciousness spirit form. Your hands are actually slightly discorporeated.
Fucking Christ.
It's almost as though your hands were dipped in liquid television static.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Yeah, okay. I know exactly what that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's the like what she has that passes for a face in this form is like contorted and like horrified and just like it would fall to the floor if it was affected by gravity, but just kind of like tumbles backwards, clutching its hands to, or my hands, or what is supposed to be hands. Fuck! God damn it! Okay. Round 2. No.
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Let's go again.
No, this is not Calamity, this is Liz, and Liz is never doing that again so long as she fucking unlives.
I mean,
Shit. Okay. Alright. One last thought then. Mechanics question. If I lose my last point of willpower, I get impaired or
You are
something?
impaired, and therefore every die pool you have is -3.
Fuck.
Charlie's been there. It's not fun.
No. Because the thought occurred to me that, like, instead of shoving my hands to the door, what I could have tried to do is, like, read, like, the Nosferatu's mind or something, but... Because I still have access to my Auspex powers, so I can still do brain stuff.
oh shit.
Problem is that costs a point of willpower to do, and if I were to do that, that's my last point.
What's your ambition?
My ambition is to find the source of the tainted drugs and end it.
I will say that you have made progress. All right, so I didn't know that you had that ambition before. So you're supposed to be able to regain some willpower when you make significant progress on certain tasks. So I will give you
Right,
back
right,
one
right.
more willpower because you should have gotten back one more willpower at one point
Oh.
during this
Got it.
session.
Because we found
Okay.
out the who and the where.
Mm.
It's just sealing the deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically... Okay.
Once you complete
So-
that, it's 100% willpower return.
Yeah, then, like, as I'm kind of, like, cowering away from this door and, like, my little floaty head, like, whips back around to look at the Nosferatu, it's like... You're my last chance, buddy. And I fucking reach out with my mind.
Are you trying? You're trying to be subtle this time, though.
And this time I'm trying to be sneaky. I want to see if I can find anything about, like, I'm looking for a name or a password or something to just fucking get past this dude. I'm looking for a boss's name. Whatever you got.
So you have to make a.
me-
So the first roll you make is
Mhm.
what makes the connection. From that point on, you're rolling to basically every time you draw out a piece of info,
What's...
you make. They get to make an intelligence composure test to see if they can tell somebody's inside their mind.
Do you need bonus dice?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many have we got?
We got 3 left.
I'd like 1 at least.
To make the connection, yeah.
To make the initial connection. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice.
Yeah.
-2.
Oh yes, -2. Right. That's the reason I wanted extra. Blah, brain. Sorry. Ha. It's very
okay.
hot in this coat. And not because I'm Dr. Sexy. That's every day, honey. That's a hit. That's a boom. That's 2 more hits. Oh hell yeah. Come on, give me another hit. Damn it. 4.
I love it when your Shadowrun comes out and you call them hits.
Shut up.
I love it. It's good.
I know.
All right. 4.
4 hits. Successes. Fuck.
You get one piece of information for this.
Okay.
They do not beat your number, so they do not detect you. So you've spent the willpower, and you're going to get your first bit of information. If you try to grab more,
Okay.
you will have to roll again, and they will make their roll against you to see if they detect you
Totally.
without having to spend the extra willpower, because once you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah.
Let's see
We in
here.
there.
What
Downloaded.
are you looking for?
I am looking for either a password or a boss's name so that we can bluff our way past them to basically just some small piece of information. We can go, I'm with Jerry. Jerry says I can walk in here. Or if the password is hamburger, something like that.
Currently, he's thinking about if the Yankees are going to make it to the series this year. That's surface thoughts. So Liz pushes past that.
Smack.
Just diving in, pushing that aside, rifling through. It's closer to the surface because it's part of his job right now. The password is not a password. Seems to be kind of a list of people that he knows he should let in.
Shit. Okay.
Somebody shows up that isn't on that list. The only way they're allowed in is if they can show that they have been given an item. Looks like it's like a small coin with markings on it. It looks like an old Roman coin.
Is that the same fetish as what was used in...
I don't know. You're gonna have to find out.
I can't throw this! I can't throw this! I do not need it!
Yeah, you need that. No throw. No throw. No.
That seems to be the thing that shows that you have access to go purchase directly from the supplier. That's what's in the mind. That's your first piece of information.
Okay. Do I want to push for any more? Okay. My thought is to push for more in order to find out what these coins are. Or where I could get one. All right. What pool would I be building in order to push for a second piece of information?
It'd be the same pool.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to spend the extra willpower. But
Then.
I get to roll this. I will increase your difficulty by 1.
Shit.
So now it's
Alright,
gonna
I
be
lose 1 from
3.
the bonus die, and I lose 1 from the increased difficulty.
You can blood surge this as well, remember?
Which is I'm about to.
And then I get to roll the notice test again, essentially.
Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm blood surging.
Ooh.
That's a 5, which remember blood surges work differently.
Yeah, you need a 6+.
6+, rad. I'm hungry.
You get a hunger.
Yep, that's an X in one of those boxes.
So now you replace one of your dice with a hunger die.
Hi, hunger die.
If the hunger die comes up a 10, make note, because when you roll it again, if it comes up 10 again...
Yeah, shit gets messy. Okay.
Yeah.
How much bonus die have we got sitting in the pool?
2.
I would like to use one of them, please.
Please do.
Yeah.
Done. All right, here we go. That pushes me back up to 8, and I feel way more safe with that much.
We did have the coin.
All right. Boom, boom.
I have it on page
Misses.
with Dennis, Oswald, and Harrison, and
Two
Grace.
booms.
All the different people in the.
I have all the intel still in here.
3 successes. To
Three
figure out where I
successes.
can get a coin.
I
Yeah.
only rolled 1 on the notice, so.
That's the last I'm going to be doing of that for a bit.
I
Back to
drew
my
the
fucking
ward,
body.
by the way, that you gave me. I have the sigils and everything.
Ooh. So.
I'm prepared. Come home.
I'm coming home. I'm
I
coming
want to give you things. It's
I
fine.
want to do things with you as well. What?
I'm
No,
on your lap
They're
already.
already doing things to keep it quiet. Charlie drinks heavily.
Woo!
The screaming
I'm
has
not-
started to subside, though.
I'm so sorry, Charlie.
Do you have spittle? I suppose you don't really need it, do you?
Buy me a drink first.
No, it's just that my glove, I was curious if it was moist, if I had to wring it out or anything, but realistically, you don't need...
So you're trying to figure out if I made you wet. I understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do I learn?
It's a Tremere coin. These coins are invested with blood. They carry a mark. That mark is attached to the person who created the coin. They can be dissolved in drink to turn that drink into a potable vitae source.
Holy shit.
They are used as currency amongst old world kindred. It can also be placed below the tongue and dissolved.
Great. Alka-Seltzer Vitae.
I was just gonna say that. Shit.
Apologies for stealing your thunder.
No, we're on the same page and I love it.
Okay. Alright, if that is all of it then it's just like little cock of the head, little shrug, and I am fucking flying back to my body. Like Supergirl, go.
Cutting through walls,
Yeah.
making your way right into your body. You find yourself gagged with Delia not looking directly at you, but kind of looking to the side, making those noises, checking to see if anybody came in.
Okay. How I react here, how I open this part of this scene, depends entirely on are my hands in searing awful pain.
They are not in pain anymore,
Okay.
but they are blistered
Okay.
and burned.
Then in that case,
Delia does a slap, like a bang on the side. Oh! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. She takes the moment. I am so sorry, she says, straddling your lap.
Oh.
You were so loud. Are you okay?
better now.
Mm,
Oh, that's new. Okay. Usually my forays into the other realm of darkness doesn't so much corporealize.
are you...
Ow.
What happened? What did you see?
Okay. We should, okay, we need to talk to Charlie. We need to get everybody on this, but, Cliff Notes version, right. Stockroom, very boring. Office, much more useful. Found a list of wines, which is very confusing since they don't serve wines here. Maybe that's how they're getting vitae to the kindred. I don't know. 2 people by the door. One's definitely a Nosferatu. Likes the Yankees for some fucking reason. More importantly, the way you get back there, coins. Tremere ones? That sound familiar to you? You dissolve them and they
Brass
turn
coins,
into vitae.
usually, right?
Yeah, they look like old Roman coins like you see on TV.
Oh, no. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm with you.
Past
Oh,
that...
Seen on TV.
Do you watch the History
She's not the
Channel?
most
I
cultured.
never pinned you. I just...
Yeah.
QVC.
Past that, there's a door. Looks like a fire exit. I don't know where it actually goes, but it burned the shit out of my hands when I touched it. Surrounded by wards of some kind, but I don't know what the fuck wards look like.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, if it's the same brass coins and it's similar to warding, she takes out her lipstick from her bag and just starts drawing a few of the sigils onto the wall.
Just drawing onto the bathroom
And she's
stall
still
wall.
straddling too, so she's just kind of twisted to the one side and it's just like,
Yeah.
like this.
Do they look familiar?
The ones that were in
I
the
asked the
blood
GM
bank,
who's-
specifically made by
Which,
Lucas
what design
and-
are you trying to draw?
Well, the one that they had was actually a combined one that would have you regurgitate your vitae as well as a ward against spirits. It's this one. See?
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I glance at it and then kind of glance down at my lap. Yeah, that's it to a T.
Ooh, well, that wouldn't have been much fun for you. Even if you did have a body, you would have just instantaneously sort of exploded like a beetle on the sidewalk. Ooh, but good news is I know how to disable them.
Fantastic.
Ooh,
We should go get Charlie.
yeah, she awkwardly, like, throws a leg over it to, and, like, sorry,
No, don't hurry on my account, please.
she rubs the wards a little bit with her glove while she's there. I'll leave that there.
Leaving just a big purple-ish red smudge along the wall. And now having a whole bunch of lipstick smeared across your glove. Also, from the other glove is marked like Liz's. The problem
it's gonna
is
have my lipstick on it.
Liz's hands are still blistered and charred. Remember that.
Oh, I
About that.
Oh, I mean, I've got some latex gloves if you want to at least cover them.
So, would it be too outside of Liz's character to just reach into her purse and produce a small pair of, like, driving gloves?
Ooh.
Because she is that kind of fucking person.
Looking at the overlay, you have a stupid fucking rose next to your name. So yeah, I think that's in character.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Oh, appreciated, but, just reaches into purse, pulls out, like, $600 gloves or something. We're good.
Oh, she just throws it over one of the walls of the bathroom. Never mind it.
There's that wet flap of empty glove hitting tile floor.
Never leave home without protection. Still kind of reflexively shoves her hands in the pockets of the coat.
Maybe we
Ew.
should have Charlie come in here, because what we're talking about is probably...
Good point. All the better. Boop, 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 boop. Charlie call.
Charlie's phone rings. And it's
I have
Liz.
a question.
Oh boy. Yeah?
Charlie's probably had about 3 whiskeys now.
Vampires aren't affected by
Is that-
alcohol unless they ingest the vitae of somebody who is drunk. This is
Oh, it
something
makes me sad.
all kindred
Yeah,
know.
dude, it's a bummer.
The way you get high and the way you get drunk as a kindred is by finding somebody who is in that state and consuming their vitae.
It makes
Yeah.
it so much harder.
You cannot get high on your own anymore. But it feels good. It still burns the right way. So there was kind of like a there was a comfort and a familiarity in that that helped you get past the moment.
I feel like Charlie might have that kind of like that placebo effect with
Mhm.
alcohol every once in a while if she's in the right like headspace.
Mm,
So she's
gotcha.
been sitting there texting everybody she hasn't seen from the code arena while going, I miss you. Like Luke gets
Oh,
one,
wow.
Sloan gets one, Dan gets one, fucking JD gets one. It's just a lot of that. Curtis gets one. It's probably like the fuck. Okay. Cinnamon roll. Like everybody gets I miss you and heaven help whoever answers her back.
Well, you've got
It's just more.
you've
And
gotten
then Nicole.
an answer back from Curtis of
Oh no.
Miss You Too question mark.
It's just a picture of her with like the whiskey, like the another whiskey, like.
Oh dear God.
Holy shit. I love Charlie so fucking much. God damn
And then
it.
she's like in the middle of like texting something else, and her phone goes off. She's like, "Ah, oh, what's this? I guess she's back." Hello, and just
Hi, this is your doctor speaking. I've got an appointment set up for you in the bathroom right the hell now. If you would be so kind just to come into my office. My office hours
hello,
are...
doctor. That's not sanitary, is it?
Just get your ass in here.
Wait, do I have to?
Okay. I know what this looks like. I know what it thinks like, and I know that like a week ago you were kind of strangling a guy to death in a bathroom. But yes, I'm sorry. Deep breath, close your eyes, count to 10. And think about the fact that somebody's been sitting on my lap and shoving their hand down my throat, so
Is that like? I mean, if it totally is your thing, that's cool. But like, is that why I kept hearing?
Haley just takes her head and smashes it into one of the bathroom doors.
What? I didn't lie to her. You told me not to lie to her. I didn't lie to
I
her.
didn't say anything.
The bartender looks to you as you're getting ready to stand up and just ready to close.
Yeah, again, I'm so sorry you have to do this.
Sutures. He goes and takes the last of your cash, rings it up, walks over, puts your change down. Says
Oh dear fuck.
The true horrors. This
have a happy recovery and post-op.
Just goes, "You too," and leaves him like a big tip, and is just like, "I will pay Liz back later. I'll paint her room or her club or whatever, and I will earn money, and it'll be fine, and I'll give her
Earn
money back."
You hear a little bit of a happy sigh as he sees the tip you left, and then he looks over and he's like, needed an operating room for... Walks over. Puts his hands up and you see him off to somebody else. Ready to operate.
I want to rescue this man. Anyway,
Are
Charlie
we all
just
embracing him? Is that what you're saying? Is that like the new plot?
No, I want to embrace him in like a hug of there, it's okay. It's you'll get out of debt someday, honey.
Oh. Or you could just die like the rest of us.
He will. He will.
If I had an actual drink, I would finish it here and then I'd go to the bathroom. But Charlie definitely, like, whatever she's got left in that glass gets drained and then just goes, "Oh, okay. It's just a bathroom. It's fine. There's not going to be a man smashed into the mirror. It'll be fine. It'll be fine." And she's just... the door.
A gloved hand comes out of the stall and is just doing a
Come
like
hither.
come here motion
I...
as it then comes back into the stall door.
I should make room. Julia hops up onto the back tank of the toilet so that there's a little
No,
more.
you don't need to get back. It's
What
is
is...
this your position of dominance? Is this what we're asserting here?
Oh, I am now very tall. No, I just thought if we're all gonna be in the stall together, that I'd make more room.
You know, whatever makes you more comfortable, honestly. Charlie, we're over here. It's fine. There's nobody in here but us.
I see that. It's
Are you-
fine.
Are you okay?
Charlie just kind of...
You-
Yeah, I hate that I can't get drunk right now.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's just comes into the stall, just locks it.
I'm sitting on the toilet. Behind me on this friggin' seat, I guess. And there's Delia.
Yeah, she's kind of like squatted up on the tank with a hand on either side so she doesn't fall.
Smeared lipstick on the side.
Don't look at that. It's not important.
I'm looking at a whole lot right now is what I'm looking at, and there's a circus act on a toilet happening, and I don't know what to do. What did you find out? What is happening?
So, words on door, the coin, the office stuff about the wine. And that's what I found. That's also hence the gloves. Ow.
Delia, do you have any, like, topical cream for that? That helps vampires? I don't...
That helps. I don't think that I can necessarily help with that beyond, well, if you... Yeah,
I thought you were a helpful nurse, but you really are a naughty nurse, huh?
Tech question. So, I do have a blood of potency, which would help. Can you heal? Is there a point in which you could heal the damage Liz has with that? Or is that the type of damage that... I don't remember what damage type she got.
Let me... okay. Converse, I will double check while you do that.
Okay. Well, I can help with some other things. For instance, I definitely know the wards that boil you, and I've seen the coins. I had one at one point, but
Wait, you... at one point, what happened?
Well, we infiltrated a blood bank, and there was a gargoyle, and then the Second Inquisition exploded it with all the vim and vigor of Saint Leopold, and mowed everyone down systematically, killing everyone in sight while we slipped away with the blood of several of the elders of our city. Then we accidentally... You're looking at me. Yeah, right. So...
Okay, so
I don't have it on me.
Situation.
No, you can have it on you if you want.
Really?
If you never got rid of it, I always assumed Delia's go bag was the go bag. And that would be
the go bag included.
For the sake of story, yeah, she kept it in the lining, like in a hidden pocket in the
it's a
lining.
Desmond. Hold on.
That's something you either keep locked up or on you at all times.
Hold on.
Just hold things.
Oh my god.
shit.
Oh no, the monkey.
God. Oh.
She like opens up the bottom battery pack of her Jolly Chimp and pulls out like a solid little brass coin. There you go.
I frenzy. Oh, it stores things in its butt. Why does it store things in its butt? I'm turning back into a ghost.
It's for batteries.
Fuck
What
this.
is...
No, don't leave me here! Do not leave me, Liz!
Guys, I have to answer to her prop. Where'd everyone go?
There's just a Charlie-shaped, like, cutout in the bathroom door.
I love the monkey so much.
I can't turn into a ghost while that thing is just there above my head. But you got the coin. That's
Yeah,
God.
oh my god, I'm
damn
so
it.
sorry. I'm putting it away. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's Jesus. You know, like, hey, your kink is not my kink. I get it. Just fuck.
Okay, it's
fuck.
It's nothing weird. Why do you gotta make it weird, Liz? Anyway.
Because you made it weird first.
Wait, are we now talking about shit that's weird as the two of you are, like, totem stacked on a toilet?
The point is you have a coin. And
Yeah,
I'm glad
okay.
that you have a coin.
It's
Coins
not-
are great.
Right.
Yes, that's
Special coin.
Yep.
Count Orlok out there is going to want the coin. We give it to him. We can probably get past it. We can get through the wards. We don't have to die.
Okay.
Or
so
re-die. Or whatever. I'm having a weird night. I wish I could get drunk too. God damn it.
okay. We could try and get through with this. And just hope that they don't notice that this was minted by someone who is considered deceased.
Okay.
Does
Is
it
that
work
a
for...
thing?
Is it like all of you are like a really cool entourage? Or do you all need one? Do I need to figure out how to make one right now in this bathroom?
Point of order for the setting. They're not considered deceased amongst the kindred. There's a lot of rumors.
Okay, I didn't know what
Because
the
Curtis
prevailing...
never let anybody know what happened to them.
And Delia doesn't dissuade the rumors because it keeps her safe. So...
But there's this rumor. There's a rumor going around. That's how Delia's name got around. There's also rumors going around that they may have, all of them had been beckoned at once. That's why they called it the New Beckoning, because it was another wave of people being taken to that direction. That's one of the theories.
All right. So,
Shit. Shit, I didn't think about that. Shit, I don't know. Well, they would definitely let you through if it's your, like, special Tremere Magicoin.
like,
That's
I
something
mean,
at
you're
least,
also
right?
you're very both pretty and personable. So we could just, if you boast with me, maybe we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. I'm... Right. Elizabeth. Sexy vampire extraordinaire.
That's
Doctor. Sexy.
that's
PhD
a lie.
in being hot.
That's definitely a lie.
I went to college for this.
Should not lie about that.
I lie about whatever I want if it gets me inside that room. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Charlie, are you down for some lying and hair twirling?
Yep. Always, I think.
You think?
Yes.
Let's...
Hold on.
I think if the... I suspect if the two of us were to hang on her... And I kind of...
Yep, I got it.
Towards, if we were just going to hang off her arm while she flashes the cash... I've been in shitty clubs before. We can do this. It's just all about... You asked how... I'll give you a serious answer to your earlier question. How do you become confident? I turn towards Delia. You just project it. You know that you're the baddest motherfucker in the room, and everybody who would question that otherwise, you remember that they are not the baddest motherfucker in the room. That's you. That's Delia. That's how we get in.
Did you make an astral projection pun?
Did I?
I thought that was for my sake. It's okay.
It's all about projecting.
Projection. Oh, yes. Sorry. No, this serious face.
Ooh.
I was trying to pep talk. I know, the comedy gene, it runs deep. I can't... You can take the girl out of the stand-up, you can't take the stand-up out of the girl.
You make us
let's not
smile.
say that again.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You got this.
Okay.
There's a pep talk happening on a toilet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I would
stacked on
say-
top of each other. Charlie's like, what is my life?
We have hit another moment where Charlie is really, really contemplating how it got here.
Yeah.
This is going a lot better than the last time you were in a bathroom. I'm creating a beautiful memory with
Yeah.
Delia here.
It's certainly a memory. Yep.
Oh,
Unlock. Leave. Close door behind.
Oh,
Goes and washes hands for no reason other than to feel something.
Julia like leans down from her totem position. I'm a little worried about her.
I'm worried about all of you.
Oh.
As I get up and leave the stall.
I thought you said you were confident, and she's following behind.
It was a test. You're supposed to just... You can't crumple at the first sign of... Just... fire. Loins. Loin fire. Fire, loin, tiger fire. Yeah?
fire. Tiger fire.
I'm gonna fix my hair.
Exiting
Which you
back
did a wonderful number.
into the bar. The three of you fire. What was it again?
Tiger loins.
Fire,
Fire, loin, tiger fire.
fire, loin, tiger fire. Towards the perceived to be empty hallway. What is your manner of approach?
Oh, as we're coming out of the bathroom, to the degree that I know poor Delia's not going to be horribly comfortable with this, I do the kind of like staggered leaning on, like, I am part of this person's entourage and we are very familiar with one another, but otherwise letting Delia kind of lead the way towards that whole situation.
What's Charlie's mannerisms in this? Is this a is this a kindred a trois?
I'm not exclusive.
I have to keep going with what Charlie's been doing, which is emulating Liz to learn things.
Oh no, honey, I'm so sorry. Oh god.
I
Definitely just like tucking up under like Delia's other arm.
oh
And just you're like
What would Alice
the hair
do?
twirling was brought up. She can do it. She's got lots of hair.
She does.
There's so much here. There's more down here.
make. So you're kind of putting Delia to the front of this. So I need charisma,
Ooh.
persuasion. Oh no, charisma. I will accept performance, persuasion, or subterfuge.
Hell yes.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
So many dice. All
Yep.
of the dice. This is what I do. This is what
Oh.
I was born for.
Am I doing the same roll?
You're waiting
Okay.
until they're done to give you
Alright.
dice.
Oops.
Wah. Hit. Boom. Really? That's it? Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Liz,
I'm
get your
gonna-
shit together, Liz.
I'm gonna blood surge to help more.
So Charlie's gonna blood surge to sexy.
Yeah.
I'm
that's,
sorry. I'm sorry,
mhm.
Dr. Smolder.
Dr. Smolder.
Dr. Smolder. Dr. Smolder in the house. Also
Dr.
is a little
Smolder.
hungry.
Dr. Smolder
Agent
helping
Dr.
out Nurse
Officially.
Foxy.
Dr. Smolder, please attend Nurse Foxy. Dr. Smolder.
Well, don't worry. I rolled a nice in here. I just feel like that needed to be said. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 explosions. So hold on. I got another one. Wait. 5.
Yo,
Add.
the student becomes the master.
Damn. So
He's my
it
friend.
was 3, 5. Add all those dice together. So that's 8 dice added to your pool.
Hmm.
I'm going to
Nicely
roll for our poor Nosferatu. I'll get
I
that.
rolled a 1 if it should feel
Nope. On
anything
the
of
floor doesn't
importance
count.
to you.
Nothing
He
that
is-
goes onto the
He
floor
is a poor
counts.
Nosferatu. He's a
I'm just saying
fan.
that's a hitch, and I don't think you should be able
Stop.
to use it.
Spend a plot point.
Yeah,
Take
like-
the opportunity.
I'd like an opportunity. I clearly have assets.
You got a pair of
That's true.
assets.
I'm an
That's
asset.
exceptional to help somebody.
I have an excellent asset. Thank you very much.
All right. Roll.
Okay, I'm rolling the charisma subterfuge.
Yep, you are.
Okay. Okay.
You got this. You got this. Fire, Lorne, Tiger, fire.
Want that on a shirt.
I want a varsity jacket. I want to point out that 2 dice, look at this, landed on each other. Should I re-roll that?
I want a picture of that, actually.
Whoa, that's like a sign from like the heavens.
It's
That's
the
like,
totem.
It's
Yeah.
the totem.
It's the totem.
Wait, I'm
It's the
gonna-
toilet totem.
You
It's
roll
Dr.
the
Nurse toilet
stack.
Totem.
Yeah,
Literally roll the
fucking
stack. The
I
dice
love it.
bounced in such a way that they literally stacked for her.
That's fucking incredible.
Symmetrical dice stacking.
I'll just re-roll the 2 that literally defied physics, I guess.
No
Haven't
normal
seen this
person
since the
would.
Gen Con rolling incident in 1987.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
You're right. No normal person would stack dice this way. Thank you, Fox. 6. God damn.
That's all you guys. Let's be very honest here.
All
My dice
right.
pool was 1, 2, 5 total.
Still, hey, six successes on 5 dice is very achievable with the exploding system.
Fair.
Okay.
Look at
Okay.
beautiful little dice.
Yeah.
Delia rolls up.
She's just thinking of Alice. That weird
If-
way Alice walks.
If Delia was wearing a purple tiger stripe fur coat, it would only be more appropriate.
Jesus.
Do you think Curtis would lend that to me?
As you get halfway up the hall, from that darkness that you can observe, you hear a very subtle
Delia just leans a little bit towards Charlie to the coin that's shining by her button. Under her breath, come and protect the coin.
Oh my god, the power move just now.
She still has you on either arm, so she's just like, take the fucking coin.
And Charlie just very delicately, like, takes it out, just plucks it out.
Give it to the nice man.
He doesn't take it, but you can see the shadow kind of... Charlie doesn't know who Delia's talking about. You have a general idea of a shadow since they brought attention to themselves, but you see that shadow loom a little larger. Delia and Liz can both see a moment of, oh shit, in the burned looking Nosferatu's face. As he leans back, you see that he was leaning up against a panel on the wall. Presses a couple of buttons. You can see exactly where his fingers are going, but you immediately hear a big click from the steel door, and as this is how New York door buzzes work, okay?
Hey, no.
Yeah.
I also love that you dipped into the accent there for a second. It was great.
Shit. I didn't mean
love
it that time. It just happens, okay?
Don't worry about it, sugar.
It just happens.
Just fucking happens.
Listen, it happens to the worst of us, sugar. Don't even worry about it, alright?
Not even from there, and I still do it.
As this seductive triplicate of sexy Smolder Foxy
I've got my epitaph now.
the door judders away from the molding for a second and swings slightly in. And you hear... Go ahead. As the three of you walk past the open door and into a very dark, winding, poorly lit staircase. Not a open abyss down the center staircase, but a zigzag central divide staircase. There's many different ways to do staircases. This one doesn't have a hole down the center, but you can see a stairway going up and a stairway going down. And you get a feeling from the way Liz had given you images before, down is your option. And as you look to the bleak New York subterranean passage, we are going to end tonight's session. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. That is going to be the end of our broadcast evening. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did running,
I'm stuck.
and as much as my players hopefully enjoyed playing. That was a whole fuck ton of fun. I am super happy with all of that happened tonight. So we're out of here. Let's go have some fun raiding. I have been Connery. With me from Texas,
It's Lazora.
I love you. Hi, Fox.
from North
Hi, Dara.
Jersey,
I'm Fox.
Dara!
right in front of me.
Sandra Lee.
Thank you guys so much until we see you again, remember to always stay evil.